But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Yeah, let's get the show on the road. Anthony is on the road. We'll be here soon. It's me and Jimmy. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hi, buddy. Why does Anthony live so far?
Huh?
Anthony's place is really cool. I've gone out there a few times. It's like if you hit no traffic, it's a very, very doable.
Right.
When you hit traffic, it's just a motherfucker. The LIE stinks.
It's not a fun road.
It's awful. Dude, it's awful. He can make it here in 9 minutes or an hour and 25. There's nothing in between.
He's just late today, buddy. He's just late. He'll be here in a few minutes.
I'm fucking so. We came in and I'm looking at this article on Dane Cook.
Yeah, Dane Cook got
damn.
ripped off by his own brother, and it's just an amazing story. We all know Dane Cook in this studio. We know a little bit. We know just about as much as they print in the paper, I guess. Turns out his, half-brother?
Yeah.
I mean, it was his brother.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But biologically, his half-brother was his business manager or something like that. Worked for him for, 15, 16 years, something like that. And this guy decided out of nowhere to just kind of completely rip off Dane Cook. Because he had that power of attorney thing, which is crazy.
Never
No
give
one
that
should
away.
give that away.
Never.
And Dane's a smart guy, and he did what he did, whatever. But you hear these horror stories all the time. This half-brother had access to his bank accounts and was writing checks to himself and hiding money. And, I mean, the story is going to be unbelievable when it officially comes out.
Well, they had said $3 million initially. Like, that was what... Apparently, there's videotape of this guy taking $3 million out of the bank and putting it into a shopping cart in cash.
Right.
And that was a disgusting amount of money, especially from a family member. It's like, Jesus Christ. And Bobby was weird. Like, I knew Bobby knew more, but he wouldn't. Bobby's like, dude, It's like, I know he knows, but I'm not going to fish because it's like he ain't gonna
Bobby's really close with Dane Cook, so,
Yeah.
he's got to keep his mouth shut.
By close, if you mean Bob is Dane's driver, and he probably overheard Dane in the back talking. But I knew there was something. I'm going to smash Bob.
Now it's up to $11 million.
$11 million.
I would imagine that's most of his fortune, most of Dane Cook's fortune.
God.
I heard that, whatever. I've heard some things, too, so just more details to that story. Possible money hidden in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Cash hidden. Yeah. It's
Here and there and everywhere. What a lunatic. This guy thought he could get away with this.
Dude, to me, that's just a hatred of your brother. Like,
you got to think eventually Dane Cook's going to be aware that he's missing a few $1 million.
if you steal
and then what happens?
$500,000 out of that's a lot of money. That's a lot of fucking money.
Mm-hmm.
But to steal $11 million from a guy when he has what 12 or 13 or whatever it is he has,
Right.
You can't not think you're going to get caught. That's crazy.
Right.
You're just motherfucking your brother.
Yeah, but he's got to be mental too.
Yeah, I think so.
Because now he's got to go to jail. I mean, how much do you hate your brother that you're willing to go to jail for it?
But if it's a nonviolent crime,
I personally think the guy thought he could get away with this. Having the power of attorney or whatever you call it, where you could just write checks to yourself, he's probably thinking he's got a good defense. And he goes, look, this is my money, according to the setup that we had. That's the only way I could look at it.
or how do you? Let's say it's a nonviolent crime. I don't know this guy Darryl McCauley at all. I know I spoke to him on the phone once years ago. I had merchandise questions.
I sat right next to him after the SNL taping.
It seemed pleasant enough. I mean,
absolutely. I mean, it would be easy to trash him, but he seemed all right.
But again, a guy who's going to seem all right. Like, there's no way a guy is going to seem like someone that would steal $11 million. You know what I mean? It's like, of course, the guy is going to seem like he's a decent dude.
Right.
I forget what I was going to say. God damn it.
Nonviolent crime.
Yeah. Like, say you do a nonviolent crime and you go to jail. How much time are you going to do? I mean, I don't know, 5 years, 10 years, 8 years. Then you get out. And you get fucking $10 million waiting for you, or scattered, or wherever the fuck it is, or hidden in your basement.
I don't even think he was thinking I'll do 8 to 10 years. I really think because he had the power to write the checks in his fucked up mind, he thought he could get away with it, knowing that he would never have a relationship with Dane anymore, but he would be a rich mofo,
What do you? How you can't expect to get? You just him and his wife both. His wife, I don't know if she's indicted or just accused. She's due in court for some kind of pretrial hearing. Hopefully, because she had to know. I mean, like you're a married couple, you assume at least that the wife knew,
Right.
and you hope that they can break her to find out where this guy's money is and get his fucking money back. I mean,
Yeah.
there's people that hate Dan Cook, but you can't wish. God, that's a lot of fucking money, man.
It's disgusting.
to get taken from you.
I feel really bad for him.
That's fucking awful.
Absolutely. So that's hitting today.
Yeah,
At least $11 million.
Dollars.
His own brother took from him. So.
Fuck, dude.
All right. In the big news, the Michael Jackson circus pretty much will be ending today, finally. I mean, I don't know. You going to be watching the coverage?
I'll take a look at it. I mean, I'm kind of...
I think the whole world's going to be taking a peek today.
You can't not if you have a television.
Yeah. These dummies around the Staples Center in L.A., they're already gathering. It's 3:15 in the morning right now if you're listening live. And they're waiting hours just to sign, like, a wall or something or some kind of tapestry they hung up around the Staples Center. They're just waiting hours just to get in there and sign that.
Is this just fans with tickets or no?
No.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm telling you, they really fucked this one up, L.A. They're stupid. You can't have 17,000 tickets in a lottery system and assume this is going to be not a complete riot. Maybe not a riot, but it's going to be out of control. Because most of these people didn't even find out that they got a ticket to the memorial until, what, yesterday?
Yeah.
And they had to make their plans to go to L.A., so there's a lot of people that just flew hoping, that they're going to get a ticket. And then these people are jumping around like they won the lottery. What the fuck?
It's so...
You're going to see an all-star concert. Who cares?
They want to be involved with something big. People want to marry themselves to a big event.
Right.
They want to feel a part of it. They want to be able to tell people, dude, oh yeah, no, I was right there. I remember when that happened. Mm-hmm. And they want to have a story. It's a guy died. All right, if you're a big fan, it sucks. It's sad.
Yeah.
Just grieve and fucking get on with it.
And now they're saying he's not going to be buried at Forest Lawn.
What's that with all the other celebrities?
Yeah, where all the celebrities, are buried in Hollywood, or a lot of them. Now they're saying that's not happening. They're just having a memorial there, the family. 8 a.m. this morning, which would be 11 a.m. our time, New York time.
So what are they going to do with the body? They won't say?
They want a fucking Graceland situation. They got to find the spot, that's all. Yeah. Maybe they bring it back to Gary, Indiana. I don't know. They want a Graceland. That family is so pompous. They don't want him just buried among all the other Hollywood elite.
Right.
They want this guy to have his own spot somewhere.
They want a gift shop.
Right. Of course they do.
They want to make money.
And they thought Neverland would be perfect, but there's some kind of zoning thing that you can't, bury people on private property. So that ain't happening.
But if you can't bury people on private property, what's to discourage you from having their urn there? If they're cremated, what's to discourage you from having their urn behind bulletproof glass and say
That's a very good point.
You're probably allowed to do that.
Yeah.
So don't be surprised if that's the way they get around it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's not, yeah. But at Forest Lawn, hell fucking no. That ain't happening. It ain't happening. There's going to be too many people that are going to make their pilgrimage, and they're not going to wander around Forest Lawn Cemetery. I think that's what it's called, right?
I don't know.
Something like that. And look for Michael Jackson.
It's hard for me to read through my tears.
His stupid CDs are selling like crazy. What else is coming out with the Michael Jackson story? Like I said yesterday, I called it. The coffin will be on stage.
And I will...
I called it.
Looks like I think Anthony and myself both owe fucking $20.
20.
I didn't think they would do it.
No, it was 20 G's. It wasn't $20. It was 20
I didn't
G's.
bet $20,000.
Well, somebody will be talking to you later today.
I didn't bet $20,000.
It was 20 G's.
I didn't bet that much.
Because it would be a waste of time without the body, or at least a coffin that represents the body. Because they don't have to tell anyone that the body's not in there.
Yeah.
Coffin all of a sudden shows up on stage. It's empty. People just assume that he's inside.
Can you imagine if that thing tips over and he really just rolls out? The stunned, the gasp, 17,000 people gasping. John Mayer's on stage.
Why is John Mayer part of that? Does he need to be in that world?
I don't know if he knew him or not, but they probably asked him.
I guess it's a good spot to play, obviously. But
you got to do it. I mean, look, I'm not a fan, but if they said you want to go up and do 10 minutes.
We kind of like John Mayer, though.
Yeah, I love John. He's been nice to me as a person. I like him a lot.
I guess if you're a musician, you can't say no to that spot.
That's like if Leno, who's the biggest comedian? You want to say Leno? You want to say Adam Sandler or whatever?
I would go with Yakov myself.
Yeah, but I'm not talking superstar. You're talking iconic. I'm talking just guys that are still kind of working right now. Yakov kind of is prior Kinnison Yakov. But, and they said, hey, do you want to go be a part of the memorial? Even if you weren't friends with them, you'd go.
Right.
Yeah. Michael Jackson. If they said to me, you could go be a part of this, say some nice words about Michael, I would phony my way through it and fucking eulogize Michael.
Dude, if I got a phone call, could you be at the Staples Center in the next 6 hours? I'm out of here, of course. But...
Look, Michael was actually a fan of you. Wouldn't that be funny if you got a thing with Michael was a big Opie and Anthony fan. That's why he had those alarms around his bedroom. He didn't want people walking in while he had his little fake microphone.
Yeah.
He would pretend he was part of the show. Creep.
Tickets for funeral are on eBay for $150,000. I think they try to get rid of all the people trying to make a profit off.
They did
off these tickets.
Are they real though? Well, who's going to pay that kind of money for a fucking ticket?
I don't know. I'm sure there's a few dummies out there. No, they were pulled from eBay and Craigslist. All the people trying to make money off those free tickets, those postings were pulled. What else? Oh, here's a biggie on the Michael Jackson case. Doctor not licensed to prescribe controlled drugs in California. The doctor that Michael Jackson hired to be on tour with him, I think the doctor was in the house when Michael Jackson died. That guy is not allowed to pretty much do anything in California.
But was he doing it in California, or did he do it on the road?
No, he was at Michael Jackson's house. He was his personal, physician. The last few weeks of Michael Jackson's death, maybe the last few months even.
Something tells me that Dr. Conrad Murray is going to have a lot of questions to answer.
Good old Conrad Murray.
Dr. Conrad Murray is going to have some very unpleasant questioning ahead of him.
We're pushing 2 weeks since he died, Michael Jackson. I think we only have 2 more weeks to wait. And, man, it's going to be a doozy of a coroner's report.
Did it take that long for toxicology?
They said 4 to 6 weeks.
The fuck do they do? Make his first.
I think they have to, make some kind of culture and watch it grow for a while.
Oh, okay.
That's what I think. They put it on a slide and then they put it in some weird bio-freezer and let it grow for a while. And then take a look-see.
Do you think they're giving his special handling, or do you think they actually have it just sent out FedEx like every other schmuck?
Imagine.
Michael's brain gets lost somewhere in Duluth.
What do you think?
It's in a box.
What do you think?
We don't know what happened to it. All right, so he's fucking... If he can't... Dr. Phil can't legally practice psychiatry. He can only practice in Texas.
Right.
So maybe this was what this guy was working in as a healthcare advisor.
Yeah.
That's probably what he'll say. I wasn't prescribing drugs. I was working as a healthcare provider.
Well, I think some people are going to be in trouble. And then the paparazzi got to Debbie Rowe yesterday.
She looks pretty.
Oof,
She's fucking hot, man. Is that a recent picture of her yelling? She looks good. She's 175 years old. She looks very good for her age. What a fucking monster she is.
Your acting's getting better.
Thank you.
Your acting's getting real.
I've been practicing in the mirror.
She is a beast. I mean, she was barely doable. Barely. But now she's just in... You know what she looks like? She looks like a lesbian.
Yeah.
She looks like she should be palling around with Rosie.
Yeah. Oh, she looks like Linda Tripp, too. She's not an attractive woman.
No. Well...
She's mean.
And you know what? She is mean, which is fine. The paparazzi were getting in her face yesterday, and she scared the shit out of them and basically said, I'll beat the fuck out of you.
I've heard...
You know what? Don't touch me. Do not touch me. Don't touch me. You
Debbie.
did.
Are you ready? Have you met Michael's son?
Are you ready to get your butt kicked?
Are you willing?
Don't fucking touch me.
Debbie, are you willing to take a cash settlement for the kids?
God bless you, children, Debbie.
Yeah. She's. I don't think she gets anything out of this.
That's a damn good question, though. Are you willing to take a cash settlement for the kids?
Of course she is. Of course she is. But, I mean, she got divorced from Michael Jackson, so I think all the properties and all the monies were split up already. So I don't think she gets anything.
Does she have a claim to those kids, though? Like, she's the biological mother. She carried the kids.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, once you sign your rights away, I guess, to adoptive people, I think you lose your rights as a parent.
Yeah. I like how we ask each other questions like we're experts.
We both...
Like, if I ask you a question, then I just assume you know the answer, and you're doing the same to me.
No.
We're just discussing this like any other dummies out there in a coffee shop.
We both know that we're really asking the air because the other guy has no fucking idea. I actually looked at Dane's numbers and it was 2 1s. I'm like 11, and you're like 11. I'm like, okay, I read it right.
Yeah, no, I mean, we don't know California divorce law.
Of course we don't.
What the fuck do we know?
Of course we don't.
I would assume she gets a piece just for the fuck of it. They go, all right, here's a piece. It's not going to hurt anybody here.
Yeah. Well, something for you.
A little something, a little envelope for her.
Or is it, or is she smart and maybe knows that instead of just litigating with her, they're just going to wind up giving her something. Because it's like, as the natural mother, she could probably make their lives fucking. She could bust balls for custody.
Right.
So it's like, because they are the grandparents. It's not like she's fighting the parents for custody.
Well, I mean, it's a weird situation because without Michael Jackson, how much is those kids worth if they're not even biologically his?
But they were seen as his children. They're worth they're his kids. They're worth his fortune.
You think
those three little fucking Dutch kids are worth his fortune?
You think you put all that in the will?
I don't even think it matters. I think that maybe it does, but because they're under 18.
I mean, that's a question I would like to know the answer to. I mean, did he provide for them in case he died?
I think even if he didn't, they get it.
Right.
I could be wrong.
So those kids are worth hundreds of millions of dollars then. In the end.
I think so. Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's why there was that whole K-Fed.
I'm so
Britney
glad
thing.
I donated that sperm, man.
Oh, in case?
No, I'm the father.
You know what? You fucking could be.
I'm the father. I needed a few bucks a few years ago when we were out of work.
Oh, how great would that be?
That would fucking rule. Yes. Get a little envelope in the mail.
The father is from Long Island.
Oh my God, I would just fucking.
All of a sudden, you just would stop showing up for work. Like, where the fuck did Ope go?
I got to go raise some kids. Some $100 million kids.
For Michael Jackson money, yeah, I'd raise them too.
Oh, fuck yeah. You would love kids all of a sudden,
I would love those little alabaster fucking children.
You would be father of the year.
Oh, and I treat them well. I would treat them well.
You would wear T-shirts that say #1 Dad. you would just turn. My hero though is this Peter King. This Peter King rules.
Yeah.
Do we have the original soundbite? Maybe it's in here. Yeah, I think it is in here, and we got more info. Peter King, local politician, Republican from Long Island. For the most part, I never really liked this guy when he pipes up, but this time, man, he hit it on the nose. Listen to this.
So what we hear about is Michael Jackson, and let's knock out the psychobabble. This guy was a pervert. He was a child molester. He was a pedophile.
That was the rant, as such a video posting is called, that Congressman Peter King uploaded to YouTube over the weekend. And today he told us this is why he did it.
I just thought this had gone over the top. There was almost an orgy of glorification. Yes, he did violate young boys. He did put them in terribly inappropriate positions. And that's a terrible signal to be sending as a society that we're somehow condoning that behavior. And you are condoning it when you give him this type of, when we give him this type of regal coverage. And millions of people fighting to get to his mega memorial. I mean, this is just wrong.
No, he's speaking the truth there, and he's getting all sorts of shit.
I think he's asking for a lawsuit because of the way he said it. Like he didn't come out and go, look, to me he's a pedophile. You got to say to me, or I think, or he seems like you can't just come out with look. Say what you want, Michael Jackson. He was acquitted.
Right.
And you can't come right out and go, he was a pedophile.
Right.
He molested children. Because his family could go, that's somehow damaging now financially to his sales. Or who the fuck knows what they can say?
Yeah, I mean, I think he took it a little too far. But I don't think anyone's going to come after Peter King. But I think he's going to be in trouble with some of his peeps out there on Long Island.
No, I don't think so.
They're outraged on the news.
I think technically, like, the guy could get a lawsuit. But in this situation, they're not going to do anything.
Yeah.
Because you know what? He probably was a pedophile.
Yeah.
And there probably is plenty of proof that if he had to go to court and go up against charges that he was slandering the guy.
Well, I think if there's plenty of proof, it's got to come out now. You know what I mean? Everything that has been said about him touching kids is, saying he did not. I mean, we all know differently, even though we've never met the fucking guy.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's no real record that he ever touched a kid. It's very suspicious.
Yeah, it's
extremely suspicious.
Circumstantial evidence.
And if you fish a little deeper, you might be able to jar something loose.
Find a stinky pinky.
Something.
The other glove, if you find the left glove, it's got fucking blood and one blonde pube on it.
But this guy is saying something that should be said, and he's getting shit over it.
Do you know what, though? If they say sued Peter King, he may be able to, through discovery or something, go, well, I think he was a pedophile. I want to know the details of that fucking sealed document, that $15.3 million payoff.
Yeah.
So they may have to reveal those details, which could prove Peter King right or wrong. He may get that through discovery. So
That's
maybe
why.
that's
That's why I think he's safe because
You're probably right.
You know,
Well-
who wants to come up and dredge that up in Michael's life?
Well, the Peter King thing gets interesting today because now you got a guy in Harlem pissed off at Peter King and what he had to say.
Of course.
No surprise
Why?
here.
I bet you there's race involved. Something tells me race is mentioned.
Oh no!
You can easily imagine what King's fellow representative from the Harlem branch of New York's congressional delegation had to say.
I'd rather leave it alone. It's unfortunate that it's been said. I hope that he's sorry that he said it.
There's some
Harvey
people
Fierstein.
who-
Yeah, that's what. Is that Rangel?
I can't believe it.
Was that Rangel?
It sounds like him. Talking from his 40-bedroom, $150 a month rent-controlled office apartment. Boy, it's Rangel's smart. I parked my Cadillac in the living room. Jesus, Charles. Could you be a little discreet?
Fucking.
That he's sorry that he said it.
there's some people who also are critical of this, but who wonder, you know, is this the right time? The guy's passed away. You know, why go there?
Who sewed this man's cheeks
Yeah,
to his
I-
fucking gums?
Yeah, he's.
And yes, this is the right time because this is the time it's all over the news, and that's what the guy's his point is.
Yeah, most people aren't going to care in another month. Most of
No.
us are going to tap out and say, all right, so long, Michael. See you later.
And the fact
See you
of
in
the
heaven, Michael.
The fact of the matter is, when I hear this story on any news agency,
Right.
and I hear the story, it's followed up by, and you could catch all the memorial action on our channel, and CNN, Fox, all the radio news thing are covering this thing like it's some huge thing that should be covered like this. No, it's not.
Yeah, I actually thought of that too. I would not have done it if the funeral or memorial was that day, but this was in the 9th day or the 8th day of the of this national orgy of glorification we had. So I said it yesterday. I'm speaking today. I will not be speaking tomorrow.
So he's not apologizing, right? He's not backing off his
No.
statement. Awesome.
I bet he's getting a lot of
All right.
praise.
I'm a big fan of Peter King now, and I'm not even a Republican. I like this Peter King guy.
He's a good egg.
This fucking Reverend Al, I hate. I mean, Reverend Al, we went over it yesterday, and I went home and I took notice because Reverend Al said that, you know, we're just talking about all the crazy stuff.
Right.
So I took notice yesterday on CNN, MSNBC, Fox. Those are the biggies that most people watch, right?
Yeah.
There is more positive coverage than negative coverage on the Michael Jackson thing.
Absolutely.
So I don't know what the fuck Reverend Al's talking about. I don't know
Absolutely.
what the hell that guy's talking about anymore.
Look at the smiling anchors or news people right up there in Harlem. I see Catherine Krieg is in Harlem, and she's smiling, and people are like, this is fantastic. Still showing up at the Apollo, by the way, to sign the big book. That, by the way, where does that go?
We did this bit already.
Yeah.
Let's break this bit out from 10 years ago.
Yeah,
12
this
years
is the
ago.
this is the Lady Di bit.
Yeah, you think the royal family back then was going to take all that stuff and
thumb through it.
thumb through it and make a special room for it.
Prince Charles is going, okay, page 1,500. Let me see. Oh, Di, we will miss you. Yes, yes, yes. I'll put this book away in the library.
Handle it lovingly. Fuck no, they're going to have a bonfire when you're not looking.
Yeah, that's
This
it.
Michael Jackson shit. You think one family member is going to read your dumb scribble? Your dumb, I think I'm Jim Morris
Yeah.
poem that you're going to write?
Michael, we miss you more than any. You know what happened? Like 5,
Morrison, nah.
8 years from now, they'll be like, and guess what turned up in a landfill?
Right.
That big book full of stupid signatures.
But these idiots are waiting for hours outside the Staples Center to sign something very similar to
Sign a
the
book.
one in Harlem.
cares?
Yeah, that shit is going to be thrown away. Where do you think that stuff's going to go?
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen?
museum.
Maybe the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame will take one 6-inch by 6-inch square and put it in a dumb frame somewhere.
With a little hole so you can rub the paper.
Yeah, all right.
No, they'll actually put it probably behind glass at whatever thing they dedicate to him from the tragic end. And they'll have that, the fan signs, just so the fans know, look, we don't think you're the shit that you know that we think you are.
Yeah, but there you go. So I paid attention, and you know, For the most part, they're praising this guy.
I'm not
and you know
seeing
what?
the negativity.
I was lucky enough to go through a death in my family.
Ow.
When are these fucking Jacksons going to grieve? They're on TV smiling. They can't wait to get on TV and do their exclusive interview.
Time for grieving? There's shows to be had.
What the fuck? Not a tear among them.
No, haven't seen one tear out of any of them.
Jackson's mom even. I thought she had a sensitive side.
No.
So far, the footage I've seen on TV of her, she's just, this is exciting.
Yeah.
This sure beats getting the
fantastic.
the blue plate special.
It's fantastic. And I heard Reverend Al actually called family spokesman Reverend Al Sharpton.
Get
yesterday.
the fuck out of here.
And family spokesman Reverend Al Sharpton will be delivering the eulogy at the Staples Center, which I'm sure will just be complete with all the race-baiting, white-hating drivel that comes out of that idiot's mouth every time it opens up.
Are you kidding me?
Yep.
Let's say hi to Mike in Boston. Mike.
What's happening, boys?
Hey, man.
Mike!
Did you guys happen to hear XM 169? Al Sharpton was talking on it yesterday, taking calls. I tried to get you guys' name in there, but they were screening the
Hey,
call.
look, man.
I bet.
Reverend Al has an open invite to be on our show. We've tried many times, and he hangs up the phone on us. He avoids us like the plague.
Come on, Reverend Al.
Yeah,
that motherfucker is
every time
there are people calling, praising him like he is the friggin' new Jesus. They're like, anyone from CNN should be, cast away and burned in hell for slandering Michael Jackson and his epitome of, greatness and this and that.
Shut up.
You are a god. And
Can we get some Reverend Al audio today? I would love to
I wanna get
hear
annoyed.
what Mike was hearing.
I'm
I want to get annoyed.
69 at like 4:30.
And by the way, the Reverend Al, who, depending on the color of the person, will jump to a conclusion in a second based on the color of a person.
Yes.
Michael Jackson, with all the circumstantial evidence and payoffs and civil suits against him with pedophile allegations, if it was a white guy and the same amount of evidence that showed he had done something perhaps racist, Reverend Al would be all over the person based on half the evidence.
Hallelujah.
All right, boys, tapping out. I'll talk to you later.
All right, friend.
Here we go. We got, where the fuck did it go? God, you guys are rocking the instant feedback today. Oh, my God.
my God.
Booby Man, a regular from Brooklyn.
Oh, Booby Man.
The Jacksons are scum. When my brother died, my father did not have a publicist.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Dead guy with a publicist.
Look, I understand, like, Michael Jackson is a special case and all that, but, I guess he was a family member. I guess. Who even knows what kind of family member he really was? Why can't they do all the basic shit without a publicist, without this and that, and then afterwards they figure out what they're going to do with his name and likeness and all that crap.
This is a circus.
Why are you controlling every statement that comes out? Where the father had a prepared statement from someone else to talk about his own son.
About his son. He can't. It's not even this sincere statement about his son based on, maybe the fact that he's his father and raised him horribly, albeit, but did raise him.
The statement he wrote, actually, Joe Jackson did have his own statement, but they changed it because originally he came out and he goes, Michael was a good son. I would only have to hit him once. When I told him to do something and he didn't do it, normally a left to the jaw would get him to do it. They're like, that's inappropriate.
I remember the day his voice started changing and we castrated him.
Yes.
Remember those rumors? Did you read those?
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, what do you,
Read them. I started them.
who the fuck knows?
Rumors.
You started those, did you?
I remember when I would spend 8 hours a day squeezing Michael's testicles between two pieces of metal because I heard that voice changing.
There's going to be some shit that comes out in the coming weeks, coming months. I can't wait for that coroner's report. I think there's going to be a few doozies in there.
It's taking so long on that.
I think there's going to be a few doozies.
A few Lulus.
Way past what we've been hearing. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they said he was healthier than they thought, though. The body was in better shape.
Who said that? Someone that's trying to protect his
I like
image.
when a dead guy's healthier.
Yeah.
This guy's the picture of health. What's wrong with him? He's dead.
Well, no, I mean, like, his body, they said, was in better condition than they thought it would be. And he wasn't, like, just this completely frail, like he
They
was
said he was frail. They said
Fucking Nick DiPaolo on Pix 11.
What the hell's he doing?
What's he doing? I hope he says he's
DiPaolo.
He's going to talk about Peter King and how he was too liberal in what he said. What is Peter King doing? Praising him. Fucking Nick.
I would watch Channel 11 here in New York in about 10, 15 minutes, maybe less, because I think Nick's.
I think Nick's going to be in trouble.
I think Nick is ready to blow about this whole thing.
No, this will be charming, Nick, because Nick can be very charming. This will be like when Nick kind of smiles a little bit. Nick has kind of like that fucking the Michael Landon thing where he kind of has like a little smile going on, and he. You know, he kind of like, it goes away and it comes back, and then as soon as you say the wrong thing, and then Nick's soul comes out.
The venom.
Yeah.
He does. He's got that little half-mouth smile as just the worst shit is coming out of his mouth.
Yeah, he'll be, you got to give Nick like 10 minutes for the charm just to fade away. Cocksucker, we all know what he did.
We'll see.
Goddamn kid toucher.
Could go either way.
Fucking Nick.
By the way, you owe me 20 and you owe me 20.
I
The
do.
coffin's going to be on stage at the Staples Center, motherfucker.
I didn't even hear that.
Yeah, I did.
Motherfuckers.
Wait.
Motherfuckers.
I
Just
heard
like
they
I
were
said.
burying him.
They ain't burying him at Forest
Before-
Lawn. They're not burying him there.
Wait. Where are you hearing that?
TMZ. Way more accurate than CNN, by the way.
Yes, they are.
I hate to tell you, but fucking TMZ blows away the news.
Until
the
it
news stations.
Until it happens.
Until you see that black and white coffin on stage.
No dice till it happens.
They're saying they have to have the coffin, or
No.
the whole thing's a bust.
A musical
doesn't mean he's going to be
marijuana.
inside the coffin.
Reported that the King of a Black and Gold coffin will be on stage.
Black and
at the
gold.
Staples.
I thought black and
Artists
white.
such as Smokey Robinson, Mariah Usher, Jennifer Hudson, Stevie Wonder,
You know
and
who?
Brooke Shields. Well, one of these things is not like the other.
Well, John Mayer.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Oh, Brooke. I'll probably see
See
her in a
that.
couple weeks.
For real?
Well, yeah, it's like probably on the set. Oh, wow.
Oh.
What are you teasing about, you motherfucker?
Nothing. Just a small role I'm
I've been
doing.
hearing the little teases here and there.
It's a small movie I'm doing.
Is it different than the Kevin Smith one?
Yes.
Holy shit.
And then he goes, yes.
This is what I actually have to audition for. And
Did you audition already?
Jimmy Norton does not get that picture.
Wait,
and it'd be perfect
it's
for him.
perfect for him. It's about a man with a weak chin and fat tits who likes men in dresses. It'll make him a big star.
So you got the role after the audition?
I didn't want to do it. Yeah, I said I
Fucking
couldn't
A,
do
Jimmy.
it.
That's awesome.
And I think my scenes are with Patrice. He's
Nice.
we just it's not a major role. It's a small.
Is it a gentleman that never removes his hands from his pockets, and that's how you pass the audition?
Yes, my hands were.
You didn't have to do anything with them.
No.
It's a man looking for change in both pockets.
Yeah. He's had. I play. I'm redoing Whose Life Is It Anyway. I'm taking over Richard Dreyfuss's role. It's just my head acting.
You know, all these small roles are going to lead to a big role for you, Jimmy.
I hope so.
It's all starting to happen for you. Pay the seer. That's what Coke Logic says. That's right. Pay the seer. Pay me my $20.
It's still-
Pay
that's
me.
right.
The
I will give it
second-
back if the coffin's not there on stage.
The
I want the
second that-
$20 now.
Hyperbaric coffin
Now.
is on that stage. I will pay you
Now.
promptly. But until
Fucking
then,
now.
no.
I was ready to hand over my cash to Ope, and now Ann has convinced me that I'm going to wait as well.
I'm
because
waiting.
That gives me an extra 20.
You know what? We will see it with all the coverage. We will see it on the TV.
Oh, all right. All right.
What,
Trust me, I don't need the money. Whatever.
What do you got?
Do whatever you want with my fucking money. I don't give a shit.
Wait, I'm just saying.
Skin flints, motherfuckers.
No, I'll pay as soon as
And
it happens. I'll
and they
give it
talk
to you.
about
After all, we are not communists.
and they talk about me being a fucking cheap fuck.
I got it.
You keep your Michael Jackson coffin
about
winnings
this?
in your pocket like so
How
many
about-
nickels and dimes.
How about this? You give me the $20 now, and if there's no fucking coffin, I'll hand back 40 to each of you.
Is that
That's
a-
what I do.
Oh, all right. You know what?
That's what I do.
Oh, double or nothing.
What's this?
See, this is what I have to do to get my stupid money.
Thank
See
you.
what I have
You
to
know
do to
what?
get my money?
Hand
All
this
right.
to Gregorio. Go over there. Hand that to Opie.
Don't you dare come near me.
I'm in. I'm in with that. That's a deal.
I knew you liked a good bet.
I like that.
one.
But here's how he'll do it. If the coffin doesn't show up, he'll hand you 40 and then go, let me see that, and then he'll hand it to me. And then you two jizz buckets divvy this up.
Speaking of the Michael Jackson coverage, CNN's doing something. Wow, how do I say this? Fucking CNN is doing a lot of black news all of a sudden. Anyone else notice
Really?
this? All weekend, what was it called? They even had a special graphic. It's
Hopefully they didn't let Ant name it. Well, because DL had a show, too, on
First
CNN.
48.
I don't understand how you could yell and scream, equal this, equal that, and then the same people then do black news. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
People are only outraged when you're associating them with race or religion, and it's a negative thing. If you're associating them with the positive traits or achievements of others, they don't mind being lumped in racially or ethnically or socially.
And it's fine.
And that's where they completely lose me.
Yeah.
I'm one of these guys. I'm ready to go with some of this stuff. And then you turn around and dedicate like a whole hour or a whole weekend to black news. I'm like, what are you doing? Now
Do they really
Now you lost me. Now, someone out there will help me out with this. They had one of the black anchors. He's one of their up and coming stars. What's his name? Don something.
Big star.
Don Lemon, I think his name is. And they were definitely focused on black issues all weekend long.
Really?
Yeah, and then I looked at the calendar. I'm like, oh, 4th of July. Well, all right. Well, I don't know. And he had this to say, which is more about the Michael Jackson coverage. But someone else helped me out with that point I'm trying to make.
Don Lemon, you've been out there in L.A. reporting on this story. You've interviewed Joe Jackson, the father, the assistant chief coroner, and that's great. You've also been doing endless live shots and devoted most of your Saturday and Sunday evening program to this. Don't you feel deep down that this is overdoing it?
No, I don't feel it's overdoing it. And
okay, all right, he says, no, I don't think we're overdoing it.
I like that you stopped it there because it's like,
all right. And I like that. I like he doesn't think that. But why do you not think that?
Right.
And my answer would be because this is bringing in a shitload of fucking people. Our ratings are through the roof, and now we could charge more money to our advertisers. That's the only answer that should be given right now. The only answer. Because in the end, none of these guys give a flying fuck about Michael Jackson, what happens to him. No, running of the Bulls, Anthony. Jesus.
That's funny.
I had no idea.
Staples Center.
They might have,
that guy got creamed.
how great would that be if the LAPD all of a sudden
Just release a bunch
release
of
the
bulls.
Bulls? We told you guys to not be here if you don't have a ticket. Now you're going to have to suffer.
We warned you.
Because supposedly there's all sorts of gates up. It's perfect. It's ready for the running of the Bulls.
Or they just put or they release sarin gas into the arena and go, you are all assholes. You are all assholes who should have day jobs and go to them.
They're just going to send a bunch of cuckolds and have the prepping of the Bulls.
Yeah, release the gas and then watch the IQ of the country go way the fuck up.
Because
Way
they'll
up.
fall over each other trying to run out the door.
Right.
They have one exit open. Assholes.
So, I'm going to start over. So, he says he doesn't think the coverage has been too much. And there is really only one answer because, they try to trick us by making believe they care about issues and stuff on the news. But they pop a story because it's hot. They're getting ratings. They're getting more ad dollars. And then when that story's not hot anymore, they move on to the next story. Right. Simple as that. And that's the only answer this guy better give.
Don Lemon, you've been out there in L.A. reporting on this story. You've interviewed Joe Jackson, the father, the assistant chief coroner, and that's great. You've also been doing endless live shots and devoted most of your Saturday and Sunday evening program to this. Don't you feel deep down that this is overdoing it?
no, I don't feel it's overdoing it. And when I hear people say that, I have to be very honest with you, Howie. Howie, I think it's elitist. I don't remember. I'm sure there was some criticism when there was a coverage of.
By the way, when someone says they have to be very honest with you, they are going to lie.
No, that's another thing, right?
No, without a doubt.
I got to be completely honest with you.
That usually means a lie's right around the corner.
Yep.
The whole "I don't care" means you really care.
Yeah.
I hear people say that. I have to be very honest with you, Howie. Howie, I think it's elitist. I don't remember. I'm sure there was some criticism when there was a coverage of Princess Diana death, but I don't think that there was this sort of criticism that we're having with Michael Jackson.
All right, listen, you fucking asshole. We got to call out all these fucking guys. You know what Lady Di did with her stupid life?
That's right. She fucked that guy, Dodie.
Yes.
Right. Well, she did all
big unclipped Arab cock.
She took Dodie Fayed juice in her hair.
But when it came to all that controversy, it's not even close to what happened with Michael Jackson. Plus, she spent most of her time before her death dedicating herself to charities.
Trying to clear landmines.
Right. Hanging out with people with missing limbs.
Yeah.
It's a little different, Don Lemon.
And the AIDS.
God,
she was always trotting through Africa.
Don Lemon
suck.
Don Lemon just gives me a sour feeling.
These guys suck.
And by the way, there was a lot of criticism. Everybody looks back and thinks there was a lot of criticism with Lady Di about The fact that she was unfaithful, and the marital problems,
They
and
definitely
the
touched
fact
on
that
all
the
that.
queen didn't like her. There was all that shit that turned up in the news. So what is this idiot talking about? And again, no allegations of child molestation. Sorry. Allegations of child molestation will not bring out the best in people after you die.
Larry King had some doozies last night.
Did
Oh,
he?
was he awful?
Something about the memorial that just blew me away. Maybe the boys could find it down the
Joe
hall.
Jackson. Why would he be upset? He was a great singer in the 80s. No, idiot.
I think he said something like, "What does a memorial mean?" Or I don't know.
No,
something.
he didn't.
It was bad.
Something hopefully they'll be having for you
Yeah.
soon.
We'll have it after the break. Here's
a
Don Lemon.
memorial.
Here's more Don Lemon.
That's funny.
Yes. I don't remember. I'm sure there was some criticism when there was a coverage of Princess Diana death, but I don't think that there was this sort of criticism that we're having with Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is an accidental civil rights leader, an accidental pioneer. He broke grounds and barriers in so many different realms.
Very important to say accidental, by the way, because Michael Jackson, I don't think,
Oops.
cared about that stuff as much as you think. I think he cared more about children,
Yeah.
love, everyone getting along.
Accidentally fell into a surgeon's scalpel
Right.
To cut off his African features, and then accidentally fell into a bucket of bleach.
Yeah, his song says it doesn't matter if you're black or white. He didn't care about the race thing like Reverend Al and the rest of them. This guy's sort of right that accidentally he was that guy.
And the
But if
barriers.
you asked him, he'd be like, "Well, no, my thing is a lot bigger than that."
She looks better with darker hair, doesn't she?
Uh-oh, you're getting a little.
I'm just
She looks good.
I'm just saying, she looks a little better
looks
with darker
very good.
hair.
Yeah.
than-
tingle or
No.
little tingle.
She looks very good.
I'm just saying, I think she looks a little better with the natural hair color. That's all. Like a compliment,
The
I have a really good joke, but I'm gonna shut my mouth.
the main barrier Michael
God, I have a
broke.
good one too. Why are my best jokes never on air?
You just because you think too much. You should just say them unless it's
No.
really, unless it's
No,
me
the
about
key, my friend, is I'm thinking perfectly.
that one. I wouldn't probably say, but just in
Yeah,
general.
trust me. Let's just leave it at that.
Grounds and barriers in so many different realms, in artistry, in pictures, in movies, in music, you name it.
What are you laughing at?
I'm
John?
sorry.
What are you laughing at?
There's a
God.
guy on Channel 11 in the newsroom. He's got that Michael Jackson hat, and he's doing that dance.
What an ass.
That's good natured.
What?
Jesus H. Christ.
Grounds and barriers in so many different realms, in artistry, in pictures, in movies, in music, you name it. So
Okay,
no, I
he
don't
did
think
all
it's
those
overkill.
things. He also was accused of child molestation and was a seriously weird person. But he has been dead for more than a week, and we are still going almost wall to wall.
Very good.
Well, he's been dead for more than a week, yeah, but Michael Jackson twice, once I should say, he was acquitted of child molestation.
Yes.
The other time it was settled out of court.
Right.
And if you talk to people who are involved in those cases, they don't believe that he did it.
All right.
So let's put
stop.
that aside.
No, let's not put it aside.
You can't just put things aside.
For your own fucking devices. You can't just tuck things aside. There's a $15 million settlement.
15? What are you talking about? Yeah.
Or whatever it was.
Wasn't it 150?
No,
Oh, my
15.3.
God.
Oh, it was a 15.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry.
15.3.
I
That's a lot of
apologize.
money.
I apologize.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of cash for hey, I didn't do anything. Take $15
Wait,
million.
Huh, what am I thinking then?
I don't know.
I mean,
think there
15
was
million
more.
obviously is a lot,
There,
but
there are allegations that there were more.
maybe
more
that's
money
what it
and
is.
things like that.
Okay, all right.
A lot of allegations with Michael Jackson.
Oh, I can't wait for tomorrow's radio show is going to be the one.
Yeah.
These guys better work overtime and get every fucking clip from that memorial.
Oh, yeah.
What's Howard doing? Some tired old 10-year Jessica Hahn interview this week?
I have no idea. No
The
idea.
workhorses are here.
Yes.
Perfect timing for a 2-week vacation, dummy.
Big story.
You think? You think this is a biggie?
It's a biggie. It's one that won't go away.
Let's say hi to John in New York. Hi.
The little story
Yeah.
that
Hey,
could.
what's up, everybody? You know, we've been trying to wrap our brains around why a guy would disfigure himself so badly the way Michael Jackson did, and I think Jet Magazine had an article. He used to speak a little more candidly to the black media, naturally, and one of the things he said was he kept working on his face, changing his face, because he was terrified of getting old and looking like Joe Jackson. And, take a close look at Joe, and he might have a point there,
Well, I think Red Fox had a great line about that if we repeated from Sanford and Son.
What did he say?
Oh, I can't do the Gorilla Cookie line.
Was that the one with Honesta?
I can't do that.
One of the best lines in sitcom history.
I can't do the Gorilla
was
Cookie
hysterical.
line because I'm white. I'm not allowed to do that.
He was just calling Ann Esther
Come on,
ugly.
do it.
Yeah. If you're black, you're allowed to do that line.
He
If
always
you're
called
white,
her
you're
ugly.
not.
Red Fox said to Ann Esther, we should stamp your face in dough and make gorilla cookies. That's one of the best lines ever in a
It was
sitcom.
hysterical. Honesta.
But we're white, so now we get in trouble, I guess.
No, you don't get in trouble for that.
Now imagine if after the autopsy they open up his face.
I don't want to imagine things.
Yeah, we don't like imagining. We like doing.
Imagination.
Go ahead, sir. I apologize.
That imagination thing is overrated.
I'm willing to bet that they open up his face and they find a little alien in there, like the Men in Black that was operating him all along.
All right, I like to imagine that.
That's pretty
now you
good.
got me. Now I'm in.
Working little controls in
Yeah.
his head.
Okay.
Predator. Was that from The Smoking Gun?
What happened?
What's up?
I guess that's some of the transcripts.
Yeah, it's some of the quotes and stuff from the.
I
the
thought we
molestation
fired
cases.
you.
I got rehired.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's good. At half pay?
Yeah, well.
What do you got over there, Danny?
No, if you want to check out some of the stuff that is regarding the molestation case from back in the day, you could check it out on The Smoking Gun.
I mean, a kid, for some reason, when a kid is able to identify your cock and the special features, Uncle Paul, and the special, very distinct features of your cock, why isn't that proof positive? Why isn't that proof positive? Where would a kid find out what Michael Jackson's fucking dick looked like if there wasn't something going on?
Yeah, I'm really trying to think of a scenario because, I saw
Yeah.
my dad's dick once, but we were at the Bronx Zoo at urinals. But
Why don't you look straight ahead?
I took a peek.
I saw mine.
For
You
real, I
Remember
took
that horrible
yeah.
story when he tried to teach us how to shower?
Yeah, I took a peek, and it wasn't because I wanted to blow my dad. I wanted to see,
Jiminy Cricket.
I wasn't implying that.
I wanted.
It's quite the leap.
I want to see, what I had to look forward to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
if I
in
would-
store.
Well, because mine was a fucking piece of nothing.
Little
and
pinky.
He's got this huge hog. I'm like, all right, maybe a little time will go by and I'll be all right.
My dad taught me how to pee in the toilet, so he would stand there and pee, and I would pee. He taught me how to do it.
That's fucking weird.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why? He probably didn't want me wetting my pants.
You couldn't figure out. Come on.
Well, I'm just telling you.
You weren't using like water guns as a kid. You couldn't like make the,
Yeah, like fake it.
go, all right, water gun. If I want to shoot this guy in the face, I aim. All right. Oh, I could aim my penis into the big hole in the middle of the toilet.
That's because little Jimmy kept going, no, Daddy, that goes in your mouth before you make wee-wee.
Or maybe.
That doesn't look like my toothbrush. Why do I have to use it as such?
You know what?
Scrub, scrub, scrub.
I say it's weird, but maybe my parents weren't open enough with me with that type of shit.
Yeah?
I can't even imagine my dad pulling out his hog and teaching me how to pee.
It wasn't creepy. It was so I didn't
don't
piss
remember.
all my fucking pants or sit there like a girl.
I don't remember that at all.
Well, your dad just did it in the shower.
Well,
it was
he-
everything.
No,
Piss,
he would-
shit, standing, soap up. It's the 5-minute... Because your dad probably overslept because he was a drinker. He'd probably go, here's what you do when you got 3 minutes to get ready. You'd hop in the shower, you piss, shit, shave, go.
Yeah, it's easy
I
enough.
respect that.
This is a very good question. Uncle Luke in L.A.
Luke.
Or is it Louisiana, Uncle Luke?
No, it's Los Angeles, babe.
All right, what up?
Good evening.
Hey.
Hey, I got the itchy bar for today. How about that Tiger Woods? Tiger Woods, motherfucker.
What about him?
What about him?
That fucking tournament. He had a tournament for himself, and he kicked ass and made jokes, and he was a big fucking to-do.
Well, I'm a huge Tiger Woods fan, and I should be Team Phil. I know it. He seems like a nicer.
Oh my
better
God! Now
guy.
you hear the latest news?
Yeah, now his mother has cancer too.
Oh my God!
His wife and his mother have
Poor
breast
bastard.
cancer. I think you might want to move. I think there's something under your house. How else does that
radon
happen?
gas or something?
How else does that happen to two people very close to you?
Pretty terrible.
Or is it her mother? Then maybe it's a hereditary thing.
I don't know. I think it's his mother.
His mother, his wife, both have breast cancer.
Yeah.
It's reported 6 weeks apart. I really should be Team Phil. Give me
Poor guy.
Give me a fucking pink ribbon. I'm in.
Yeah.
I got to wear the pink ribbon
Got
for,
the little
for
pink
Phil
ribbon.
now. No, Tiger Woods had his own tournament, the AT&T tournament I watched. He won Sunday, but it was an easy tournament. That tournament he should win every time, so that's why I'm not jumping up and down.
Oh, is it easy?
Yeah.
I don't know shit about golf. I just wanted to get you going. You know, I don't know Tiger Woods fan.
And I'm not a fan of Tiger Woods 10, by the way, the video game. I'm very, very disappointed. I will be talking to the people at EA Sports.
Whoa!
I have some very good ideas for that game.
Expect a
Extremely
phone
good
call.
Dude. All right. Thank you, Uncle Luke. You don't play sports games at all, right?
I play Tiger Woods, but
Do
I
you-
haven't played
all
it
right,
in a long time.
All right. So all right. Well,
But I know the game, definitely.
when you play John Madden,
Uh-huh.
you start getting creeped out like, are they fucking watching me play? Right?
Yeah.
Sometimes they're like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Tiger Woods, they are so off of their commentary. I stick the pin and they're like, oh boy, he's having a lot of trouble today on the golf course. I'm like, what are you
kidding?
talking about? It's not even close.
Well, I don't remember that happening with the older version.
No, it sucks. And then they got rid of the one announcer, the guy with the Scottish accent or
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
the fuck is. I forgot his name, but he's great.
Yeah, he
But
was always good.
I think he got in a little controversy. So Tiger Woods very clean and wholesome. So they got rid of him and they got
Kind of controversy. Uh-oh.
It was a while ago. I forgot. We had it on the show. I don't remember anymore.
Oops.
So they got the ESPN guy, and he's not as good. And it's
Yeah.
just like, so now I turned down the audio in the game, and it was kind of fun to have the commentators as you're playing,
Yeah.
a video game.
Hell yeah.
But they're way behind the John Madden games in graphics and the commentary stuff. Way behind. John Madden, like I said, I'll say it again. You play and you're like, what the fuck? Is this a live feed?
Yeah, it's creepy.
It's creepy at times, right?
The UFC.
They have good
Undisputed
commentary?
game. Yeah, they got good
So
commentary.
you know what I'm talking
like
about.
It's whatever you're doing to the guy, they pretty much comment like, "Oh my God, a great kick to the head."
Are they ever off where you're beating the shit out of someone and they say something stupid?
No,
like
they're pretty-
what's your character?
They're in their chop meat is in his corner.
Right, Chop Meat has got his hands full today as you're beating the shit out
I'm
of the
just
guy.
pounding the guy with my elbows. No, they're pretty good, really good.
I was so
That's
excited for
amazing.
Tiger Woods 10 and the graphics. I'm like, how about you step? It should have been stepped way up.
Yeah.
I mean, you put John Madden and Tiger Woods side by side. The graphics you can't even compare.
I guess they
You
know they
can't
have
even compare.
a money-making franchise with that thing. They don't need to dump a lot of money into it because they know it's going to sell on the name alone.
Mm-hmm.
So why, pump extra money in to make it actually look and sound good?
And I'm playing on my TV. I'm sure the computer version is a lot better, because we know that by now. But it's so bad in my world that as I play and get better, I'm hoping that like the graphics get better.
Yeah.
I'm still holding out hope. Or all of a sudden it says, an update is available, so I update and I'm like, oh, that must be the brand new graphics.
It's going to be
package.
great. No. Nothing.
So bummed.
But the thing is also, you're not playing on TV through one of those little antenna adapters,
Right.
It's plugging into your TV, so it's going to look good.
And I got a nice TV. I got the HD finally and all that shit.
Yeah.
It's not my fault. Tom in Philly.
Hey, I just got Tiger Woods 10 too, and they took out the crowd. So when you sink like a hole-in-one or something, there's no cheers anymore.
Yeah, you know what?
Wow, that's fucked up.
Holy shit! I didn't
That was
even.
a big part of it.
There was something else bothering me about this game, and I think you just nailed it. I didn't notice that the crowd isn't cheering. You're right.
They cut money out of that game is what they did to make more money. Just based on the name.
Hot Shots, I mean, they're a bit cartoony, but you believe that the people are sort of watching you play because they got the big eyes and they're blinking a little bit and stuff, and they're all creepy.
Looking around.
Yeah.
Odd.
I mean, the stupid Tiger Woods, every time you hit a guy, if your ball goes flying past the green or something, you hit a guy, it's the same guy bends over because he got hit in the leg, move. It's exactly the same every time. It's like,
Mix it up a little bit.
I
Have
mean-
them pick up the ball and throw it at you.
it's the year 2009. You would think it would be way better at this point.
That's a shame because it was a
by
really
the
good
way,
game.
EA Sports, pay me.
Little consultation.
God damn it!
What do you charge for that though?
God damn it! I got a new client.
Is it more?
EA Sports. Fuck yeah.
More or
It's
less
Tiger
than
Woods
radio?
Golf. What am I charging the Sirius XM people?
200 for
All right.
15 minutes.
EA Sports 500.
Wow.
Yeah, they owe me
500 for 15 minutes.
And I round up. I think we were talking about it for 17, 18 minutes. So they owe me $1,000. If you ever dealt with a lawyer, this is how they do it. Fuckers. Motherfuckers.
16 minutes?
I talked to
Charge
you
for a half an hour.
I talked to you for 5 minutes on the phone. You're charging me for an hour? You motherfuckers.
What happened?
I went to the wrong college. All right. Want to take our first break?
Certainly.
There you go. A solid hour on Michael Jackson. Brand new radio for you.
Remembering Michael Jackson, Fox coverage begins at 11 a.m. today. Where's the negativity? Where is it?
It's.
There isn't any.
No.
And then picks. There he is.
What?
He's there he is with the Beat It video. Just beat it. Woo! No negativity there.
Oh. So we've all been listening to Michael Jackson for the last couple of weeks. You can't avoid it, right?
Yeah.
His stuff is dated.
Oh, hells yeah.
So fucking dated.
Yeah.
Throw on a Rolling Stones album from 20, 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't sound dated, my friends. The Michael Jackson stuff sounds dated.
No, it's very 80s. It doesn't. I mean, it holds up in that it's, Michael Jackson. But other than that, bah.
What will the media be like when Paul McCartney dies? That's what someone's asking. Steve
Let me
in Jersey.
see. I think it'll be big.
Well, it won't be as big, and I'll tell you why. Because we love a tragic death.
A lot of controversy.
At this point, Paul McCartney, what is he, 65? When 68.
60.
It's 64. But he's around that age now, right?
Yeah.
So unless, I don't know, he drowns doing his dumb sailboat thing in the Hamptons, you're not going to get the
tragedy.
We all love the tragic death.
And it'll be done with, that English reserve and everything.
It will obviously.
Because he's Sir Paul McCartney.
We'll take a break. Yeah.
Tinkle.
But there'll be a lot of old people going, I remember when the Beatles were on Ed Sullivan and it was all right.
Look at us petering out. Could you bring in our personal doctor to shoot us up for the next hour, please?
We don't have doctors to shoot us out.
Yeah, we do. We do. Yeah, you're just not privy to that.
I want to be privy.
You're not.
I want to drip. Where's
drip.
E-Rock?
What a great insult.
I know. You drip.
Don't be such a wet end.
All right. Serial killer update.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
I got some thoughts on that.
Do you?
They're not good thoughts, though.
That's okay.
But you know what? I'll throw it out there because I don't think I'm alone on that one.
Toss it out.
And Steve McNair. Jesus.
That story.
You got to know who you're dating.
Jiminy Cricket, huh?
You got to know who you're dating.
Zoinks.
If we could solve that case after the break.
Yeah, let's just solve a case.
We could let's put all the facts on the table. Let's solve that case and just just wait for them to officially tell us that we're right.
That's exactly what it was.
That girl went out and bought a gun, Sam.
Oh.
We knew she had ill intent.
Ill intent.
That's right. She got a hold of that big black dick and she went crazy, Sam. She'd only had white and Iranian ones. They never hit bottom, Sam. Steve McNair hit bottom.
Oh, my God. And we don't know who she bought the gun from. It could be one of these people in this club playing punk rock music.
Quick, give me my members-only jacket. I got to find Abigail. She's with a gun salesman. She's a very troubled girl. He was going to marry her, and then her flat-ass friend came over to my boat, and I didn't see her from the side. I just saw two breasts materialize in thin air.
All right, we can do it now.
Gun sales up as much as 50% this year on Long Island.
Yeah, I saw the stats in the paper.
And hand in hand, Jersey had a nice little home invasion. So,
well, that happens.
Yeah.
Not a lot, though. Not enough. Not enough for all of us to be getting guns.
Not all of us.
Nah.
I like being one of the few. The
Yeah,
proud.
that's all right. That's
gun
your
owner.
right. Steve McNair, simple. Married, kids, had a side piece, and the side piece started thinking, when are you going to fucking get rid of your wife from me?
Yep.
And he blew it off, and then he probably said, well, probably not going to do that anytime soon. And she said, okay, would you like some dinner? Would you like some dinner?
How about a lead sandwich?
Oh, no. No. Dinner and a movie after that news was given to her.
Yeah.
And she went about her business like, okay, I'll just accept
Would
this.
they watch Fatal Attraction?
Right. But in her head, she said, motherfucker. And he went and did his thing, maybe played a little golf, and she went and got that gun and just kind of waited. Waited
That
a couple
was it.
days and then took him out.
Damn, yo.
Murder, suicide.
Murder. It was premeditated. Detective Monahan has the paperwork. And so does my homoerotic boss. Quick, tickle my balls with your mustache. It feels good.
Oh, no. Who's got some of the tissue samples in the fridge that has to take them out and help you? Your assistant.
Sam,
Yes.
get
Yes.
those tissue samples, Sam, and put your tiny baby-like genitals back in your pants. We have to wait for the Michael Jackson, the toxicology report. His brain. He had a thin nose like Michelle Pfeiffer. There's a breastless white lady on my table. She has a penis. Oh, I get it. I'm sorry, Anthony. What were you saying?
I think I just have to always go.
That girl's in a lot of danger. Abigail. She's with somebody who's giving her codeine and not the kind in Tylenol.
That goddamn. It's always got to get to Sam and his little penis.
That's right. That's right. I thought he was a tall baby. The first time he put it by my face and said, "Put it. Go ahead, Quince. Just give it a kiss." His smooth Asian buttocks.
Oh, goddamn,
nice.
Quincy.
When
has
he sweats,
great
his
players.
testicles smell like General Chow's chicken sauce. It really does always come back to a homosexual relationship.
Monahan's a homo.
Monahan does something that the boss, who was it, Dr. Aston? Was that his name, John Aston?
I believe
was
so.
that the actor's real name?
Who the fuck knows? It's been 30 years.
I know, but it's Quincy's on your mind all the time.
That is true.
Well, I guess you're right.
I'm all about
that.
Quincy.
Monahan.
That's right, Detective Monahan. He was dropping the N-bomb along with Mark Furman. He's a dirty cop. He's a crooked cop who got mixed up with pedophiles, and he got what was coming to him.
Quincy Corleone.
That's right. Because a man can never be a real man with genitals of that size, Sam.
Jesus.
Wrong music, stupid. It was 2 lines.
CNN's asking, how did Jackson die? Jesus Christ.
His heart gave out. Right. It was all the pressure of the dancing and the pills. He did a lot of pills, Gregory.
Oh,
my God.
Quincy rules.
How did your Jackson die?
Yes. How did your son/daughter die?
Should we take a break now?
Yes, I have to tinkle.
In all fairness, Antonio from
Antonio.
Gregorio, an air base in Korea. Look at that, us being worldwide.
Korea.
Fucking hey, that's cool. He writes, and it's fair to say, it's got to be said. He just
fair
says,
enough, sir.
Tiger Woods 10's gameplay a lot better, which is true, Ant. Than the previous years. Graphics and audio parts took a hit, but overall better game. I was just hoping for better graphics. I like to feel like I might be out on that course enjoying the weather.
Yeah.
Although they have real-time weather this time.
That is cool in games.
So if you're playing, let's say, Bethpage Black and it happens to be a rainy day on Long Island and you're in the middle of, let's say, Arizona playing Tiger Woods, guess what? Your game is going to be rainy.
Right.
That's pretty fucking cool.
I love the real-time weather. Love that with the flight simulator.
Absolutely.
They did the same
But then
thing.
you wait too long for bad weather.
No, you can fly into it.
No, I'm just saying, like, you play the game day in, day out, and, like, where's the fucking rain? I want to enjoy some rain now.
Oh, you'll find some.
All right, good.
Play somewhere that's rain. Look at the weather map. Find some rain.
That's not a bad idea.
You look at the weather map and go, it's rainy here.
You know what? I'm going to test that shit out and see
Yeah,
how
see if it
accurate it
works.
is.
Play in Seattle.
Oh, it's raining in Pebble Beach. All right. Let's see what it's doing on my game.
Give it a try.
And that's how we end the first break, I guess. So just, do we have anything to play over here? No, the boys will have something cool. Opie and Anthony, stay there. Sarah Palin, I'm not a quitter. That's live on CNN right now.
As she quits.
As she quits. What's the definition of quitting then?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. This whole world is filled with a bunch of liars.
Liar.
Bloody Seaman, Jersey writes, I've played the Tiger Woods golf on Xbox and Wii. The Wii graphics are not as good, but the game is much better. On the Wii, you swing the club and work the ball with your swing. Let me tell you something. I played Tiger Woods golf on the Wii one time only. I'll never play again. Because
you don't like the Wii mode?
No, because I like to play... No. Oh, yeah, okay. I thought you meant the Wii people.
Oh, I don't like them either.
But I like to play regular golf. No. So I'm not going to sit in my living room swinging a fake club when I could go in and do it for real on a golf course and hack it up real bad. Yeah. That's my thing. Like, I can't go and do a ski jump, an Olympic ski jump, so I'll do that on the Wii.
Yeah, do that on a game.
Tennis,
on the Wii.
I'll never play tennis for real. I hate the sport, but I'll play some Wii tennis. Bowling, I'm on the fence because I like to do real bowling.
And you can do it.
Right.
It's not like one of those things where, if you grabbed a tennis racket and went out on a tennis court, you'd probably look silly.
I hate tennis. I was thinking
it's like, I couldn't play.
I was thinking about that yesterday. I was riding my bike in Central Park, and I went flying by the tennis courts. I'm like, why bother? Ugh. It always goes into the net, unless you're sort of good.
You got to be really good.
It's
That's
a
just
pain
it.
in the ass.
Bowling, you could suck ass, and you're still, kind of having fun. You're drinking some beers, wearing funny shoes.
Bowling and hot dog eating contest, two sports that will go away.
What?
Bowling is going to get to a point where everyone gets a 300 game in the pros, and then they're like, now what? What the fuck do we do now?
You ever watch
It's
those
getting
and
to that
just see
point.
Strike.
Well,
strike.
Look at their averages over the years. It's just inching up to a point where everyone's going to have a 300 average, never miss a fucking shot, and then they're going to have to fold. The league will have to fold.
Watch that. It's like, it's in the gutter. Look, it's in the gutter. No, good strike.
Right. You don't ever think,
How do you do that?
You don't ever think about sports that will go away because they have to because, they're just going to be too good?
Well, then they'll change the rules. They'll make the lanes longer.
I was thinking that, but maybe.
Or smaller balls.
Basketball's getting to that point. When you got
pins.
When you got guys that are all pushing 7 foot now, just in our lifetime, the height of the average NBA player has drastically gone up, doubled. So what are they gonna do? Make 11-foot baskets? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, they got to raise the basket up.
That's ridiculous. So that sport could easily go away in the coming years. Hot dog eating contest. I mean, Joey Chestnut ate 68 hot dogs, setting a new record by 4 hot dogs. It's going to get to a point someone's stomach is going to explode.
Yeah.
And then that's the end of the sport.
They'll have to bring the time down to like 10 seconds. How many can you eat in 10 seconds?
Here's one for you golfers out there. Most of the golf courses are becoming obsolete because the equipment's getting so damn good. They don't know what the fuck to do because now people are hitting the ball so much further that they don't have room to
push the tee box back any further. And there's someone's house over there. You're teeing off from some guy's living room through his sliding glass door.
So they're a bit confused with a lot of these courses now and public courses. They're like, what are we going to do? We don't have any more room. And these guys are hitting close to 300 yards now just because of the equipment, not because they're good.
Never thunk to that.
Oh, I think that shit all the time.
You're going to have to start aiming for the FBI planes. Remember Casino?
Oh, wow.
That was great.
Let's say hi to Doty in North Carolina. Doty.
What's going on, boys? Hey, man, I gained 70 pounds after I got out of the Army. Man.
God love you.
The only thing
Man, that's a lot of cum.
Yeah, it's 3 loads if you're with the right fella.
Sorry, Doty. He's doing the right thing for our country, and we're making cum jokes.
Go ahead, Doty.
What's up, Doty?
That's right. Man, tennis, man, it was gay as shit, but I get out there with the wife, man. It's the one thing I can do to get her ass out there, and we play doubles, and it's not as gay as you think, man. You get a little PT, a little exercise, physical training. You just work on your serve. That's all you got to do, man.
You know
Go
what?
out there with a number of balls and just pound them down.
I'm not even calling the sport gay. It just sucks.
Just calling the people that play it gay.
You spend half the time running after tennis balls, like, because you can't
Well,
get a real volley
missed it,
going.
yeah.
And
if you can.
And the
if you
back
can nail it
fence is a
down-
lot further away than the courts. And now you're like running and collecting balls again. Then you don't know
That's
where to
what
put them on your
kids are for.
stupid body. What?
That's what the kids are for.
Well, yeah, all right, but we don't have the kids yet.
Oh, Uncle Paul.
All right, boys.
All right. All right. And someone is saying that bowling will never go anywhere. Chris S. from Reading, because it gets better ratings than hockey. Get the fuck, Danny. Can you look that up? Bowling gets better ratings.
Wow, you know what? On the outside, I just want to say that's bullshit.
But then you start
But
thinking
then
about
let
America.
me think. Yeah.
More people
because-
bowl than play hockey in life.
Yeah, but televised bowling?
It's obviously popular.
Dude, I saw it the other day, and they're trying to make it hip by, I mean, the balls are now like fucking crazy colors
Oh, yeah,
and
I know.
designs. And I'm like, it's still bowling.
It is, though. You know something? I will never sit there and watch an entire game of bowling. But when I'm flipping around the channels,
You'll watch a few strikes
If
with the
you
English.
if you sit there and go like, okay, blam, and it's right when the guy releases the ball, you're just like, fuck it. How the hell? It's teetering on the gutter. And then at the last minute, that thing
Flies
snaps
over.
in, smacks the pocket, the pins go flying.
Yeah.
Like they were hit by a cannonball.
Proving the sport's getting boring. So then
maybe
trying to
that's it.
find cooler ways to get strikes. Because when I bowl and I get a strike, that ball goes straight as a fucking arrow
Straight.
right in the pocket.
You
Maybe
can't-
a slight English at the end, maybe a slight curve at the end, right in the pocket. Same
And
thing.
hook it in.
Same thing as that dumb hooking it in with the ball on the edge of the gutter. Fuck those guys.
That hook, once it gets traction, it gets that extra like
Right.
whammo speed.
I saw
It's amazing.
outdoor bowling on TV over the weekend.
Outdoor bowling?
Why are they bothering?
The fuck is that about?
And then they're like, this guy has been on the pro bowling tour for 10 years. I'm like, I don't even know your name. And they're showing all the things he's won. I'm like, it's proving the sport is useless. Who knows you?
Lynchy. That's about it.
Oh, geez, obsessed Stephen Lynch.
I
Are
know.
we setting up for the bowling song
No.
again?
Did he like that song or no?
Oh, boy.
Lynch invited me to a poker game Sunday. I felt bad I couldn't make it because it's a school night.
I felt bad because he never invited me anywhere. He hates me.
Oh, why?
I don't know.
Aw,
Yeah, he only likes you, Ant.
poor Yemi.
I almost
want
had
to
a-
take my money is what it is. He's a good poker
true.
player.
I almost had a
Bastard.
friendship with him, but he definitely is all in with you.
Yeah, well.
I blew it again. I always blow friendships.
Why?
Because I'm a fucking
You,
lunatic.
you blew the one with Obama.
blew the one with Obama.
I remember that.
The
You-
Kevin
you
Smith.
You acted like like he was a
Well,
celebrity
I was a
right
little
at the
needy.
end.
I
Everything
was a little too
good.
needy.
Came off as needy, and Obama gave you the look.
Like,
walked
yeah, I'll
off the
call
golf
you.
course,
And then I had to say, are you sure?
Yeah.
And then he gave me that look like,
oh, he's,
yeah, you
he's
lunatic.
needy.
I'll be calling you again.
I don't think you blew the Kevin Smith friendship.
Yeah, I blew it.
How?
Hockey ended months ago.
So what? He's busy. He's doing a movie. It's not like you. It's not like he's just.
It's all right, though. I love Kevin, though. I'll always love him.
Why don't you go to the movie
I'll
set?
still pay to see his movies.
Why don't you go see it?
What?
You said you wanted to go to the movie set. Why don't you go?
I'm waiting for the invite still.
You got an invite. You
From
went too
who?
long.
What do I do? Just
I
walk
told
there
you.
and go,
No.
"Hi,"
I told you.
and
Tell
then awkwardly
Kenny.
try to explain who I am, and the
No.
person doesn't know because that's usually what happens with us.
Nope. You were supposed to follow up
You start
with.
thinking that maybe people know you out there, and you show up and do the right thing, and like we don't know who you are.
Could you just wait here while
And
we
then-
ask somebody?
And then, how many times have you done this? You know, that sex in the church thing. You have to pull out the big gun, so maybe they know who you are.
No, you were going to
Fuck
follow
that.
up with. You were going to follow up with Sean, and also I told you Robin Mark Cullen wrote the movie. They're
How do
exec
I-
producing.
How do I follow up with Sean?
I told
I
Kenny.
don't have his fucking
I
number.
got his number.
I threw his number at me, knowing
And I-
that was a lame thing
and I
to
told
do in front of
Kenny.
everybody.
And I told Kenny. I said to you, have him contact Rob Cullen. It's done.
Oh, Kenny's-
Wait, the creature wants to speak.
Yes, GH, don't concern yourself. It's being
Who
worked
could
on.
translate? What?
Don't concern yourself. It's being worked on.
Piece of cake.
Light
Yeah.
a match and watch him run away in fear.
Yeah.
Currently, they're shooting nights, which is not conducive to your schedule.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes.
They're all right. They're going to work their whole movie around me now, right?
So you have the invite,
Yeah.
and they're trying to find a day where they're
Yeah.
shooting during the day, and
Yeah.
Bruce is doing his.
We'll figure it out. But Reverend Al is fucking on CNN right now, live.
He's
Get
fucking
me
on
that
CNN?
audio. Yes, he
Wow.
is. Call the authorities. Stephen S. got to beat him up a little bit. Not only has the height of the average NBA player gone up drastically, but so has their average melanin level. My fellow NBA fans are laughing at Stephen S. from Bayshore right now. Why are they laughing at Stephen S. from Bayshore
Because
right now?
a lot of these guys are coming from Russia and Japan.
God damn it, how smart are you?
I try to keep up with sports that I despise.
They are coming from Eastern Europe?
Eastern
Where
Europe.
would it be
yeah.
East? Yeah,
the old
East.
Eastern Bloc countries.
There's been an influx
Yes.
of
Speaking
white ball players
Yeah.
in the NBA. Oh, the
They're
black
big,
guys
tall
look
monsters.
ghetto as hell, though, man.
Yep.
Holy shit, with their neck tattoos. Scared the shit out of me when I watch.
Oh, yeah, yo. I'm feeling that. NHL and bowling.
Okay.
Now I can just type anything and you'll read it.
Yeah, I know. It's like a teleprompter now. Danny is the teleprompter guy. Get
basically the same ratings?
Same ratings.
For real?
As Dick Fuck Shithead.
Wow,
Oh, wait a minute, Danny.
Well, I mean,
we don't know this country. We just don't know this country.
hockey ratings are down dramatically. If you look at through the years, like from like the mid '90s, it's down dramatically.
Well-
and bowling's actually up, believe it or not. So
why?
I believe it.
You know what? I don't know if I could take
Why
on.
not?
And I don't know if I could take on another client, but I'm thinking I might have to take on the NHL consulting wise.
Consult.
Ratings are way down. There's two things they need to
Give
do.
him a bargain, though.
I'll give him a bargain.
Yeah.
$3.50 an hour.
Make the puck clear.
Make the puck clear.
Make it out of ice.
Make it white. Imagine fucking
Guys just go, where the fuck is it?
Ted, the commissioner of the NHL. I know how to make
a clear puck
hockey more popular.
White pucks, ladies and gentlemen. We're playing outdoors. The Honolulu Open will be happening shortly.
But Ted, the commissioner of the NHL. Do we have to call you that every time?
Yes,
we reference
you
it?
certainly do, Gregory. I'm Ted, the commissioner of the NHL.
But you do realize that's a warm client and the ice will melt.
Yes, I know that. That's why they're going to be very short games. 3 periods, all 45 seconds each. You get in, you get out. You don't have to pay much for parking.
Stephen S. is back. I'm white. I watch hockey. All right.
Oh, okay.
He
Who do,
painted that.
who do you think's watching bowling? Fucking hard. Black dudes? That's a white sport, too.
Gangsters.
He, Stephen S.
There is a famous joke, though.
Oh.
that I'm not going to repeat.
Oh, I know the joke.
Of course, everyone does.
Yes. Stephen S. Painted F.H. Riley's yesterday.
How did he do?
I don't know. Stephen, send some of the pictures that you were sending me personally yesterday so I can maybe tweet them.
Look like Tom Sawyer's whitewashed fence.
Dude, people are gonna be uncomfortable when they go to the new F.H. Riley's.
Why?
It's looking slick. It's looking good.
Yeah.
Fucking brother. He must be making money over there. I better
Maybe.
I better get a little something.
Look at the
something.
books. You're gonna crack the books.
I'm gonna get some of Anthony's relatives to go over there
Come in
and
there.
pay my brother a visit.
Hey, how you doing?
Right. Let's take a look at these books.
You know, you're in the town. You're making some money.
Right. No, it's killer, man, with the French doors in front. I hate the word French, but
I like Greek doors in the rear.
but the French know how to make a good door. What can I tell
Apparently.
you? Those French doors open up your goddamn business and make it more
Yes.
inviting, which my brother has done just that. NHL, 2 things. Oh, you want to guess the 2 things, Ant? You're not a hockey fan.
Two things with hockey. What?
Ratings
Big
drastically
news?
down since, what did Danny say, the 90s, mid-90s?
Yeah.
Drastically down. 2 things. Think relatively simple. I think you might be able to get these.
That made the ratings bigger.
What
in the
could
90s?
make what could make the sport more exciting?
Oh, allow the fighting back.
Fighting.
Oh,
fighting
hell
is,
yeah, that's exactly
Fighting
it.
is obvious.
Everyone knows that.
They tried to make hockey family friendly.
Yeah.
But when I go to the Nassau Coliseum, which is a shithole to watch hockey, and I'll say that every time, when I go and see a Devils game or a Flyers game, I'm like, what? When are we going to get one of these nice arenas? When they do fight, the kids are right there, loving it.
Yeah.
Kids
People,
love the fighting too.
When they're gooning it up.
But they wanted to make it family friendly. So they're trying to get the fighting out of it. You got to bring the fighting back.
Yep.
Let these boys fucking beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
number 1. Number 2, you might not get.
Is it a marketing thing?
No.
It's something with the actual gameplay.
Yes.
Okay. Big fat broads in the goal.
Nice. Although that is a problem too,
Naked.
because they're getting bigger guys in
got big,
goal
fat
with
guys
bigger
in goal.
pads. They're working on all that shit. They're thinking about maybe making the goal a little wider or something.
Yeah.
Or the pads a bit smaller. They're trying to figure out that. One thing.
Drunk Zamboni drivers.
Yes.
That I would love to see. Just plow into
Well,
the crowd.
Ted.
Let Joyce DeWitt do it.
Good old Joyce.
Yeah.
What happened to Joyce DeWitt?
She got arrested for drunk driving. Come and fall on our floor. Remember that joke?
Yes, could use it again.
Yep. Yes.
Sometimes it doesn't take a lot. What else we can do with Joyce DeWitt?
Of course.
That fucking
hers and his.
But you know what? She was coming back from a 4th of July party. You know.
That's true.
Oh, was she?
Yep.
Who wasn't drunk?
She
on
said,
4th
they
of
said,
July
have you been
driving?
drinking? And she said, no, I'm drunk on Norman Fell's cum.
Guess how old she is?
60.
Fucking 60 years old.
Is she?
Sure.
She was never the hot one.
No,
Dude,
but she was always fuckable.
Frump.
She wasn't
Was
even.
she fuckable?
Yes.
No.
I'm trying to think.
She really was. But that mullet, yes.
2 against 1, you lose.
You wouldn't fuck Janet when she was
that's
in.
her mugshot.
Yeah.
Oh, look at her eyes. She's like,
Arr.
she got big peepers.
Not even close.
No.
Not even close, Jimmy.
Look at some old pictures of her. That's
Oh,
60. That's
God.
when she used.
She's still got the Joyce DeWitt hairdo.
Yeah, well, now.
Yes, now. Why?
Would you have fucked her in the 70s, though?
But she's got.
I pop up 70s.
But she's got dry old lady lips.
Of course she does. She was drinking all night, probably talking. She probably has arguing breath.
You know why?
She got those Margot Kidder non-existent fucking.
You know why
prune lips.
You know why old ladies' lips are dry?
Why?
Because their pussies are dried out.
What does that have to do with their?
I read a little article. It's true. Maybe I should clean it up if I want to be
all kinds of lubricant.
If I want to be published in
What article is that?
In the medical journals out there. Basically, when you see a young girl with the puffy, fucking moist lips, it's saying hello, fuck me. It's a nature thing, yes.
Oh, okay.
So when they get old, they're not doing as much of that fucking. So not only do their pussies dry up, their lips dry
Their
up.
lips dry
The
up.
sign of look, I'm available goes away.
Wrinkle up.
Yes.
So are they putting collagen in their lips on their face? Are they also collagening their vag lips?
But that's why-
Make it look like you're fucking a duck mouth. Whack, whack.
But that's why.
Oh, God,
that's
back
why the
and
old
forth.
broads do that though to still look desirable.
That looks like a
because
glamour
nature's
shot.
taking the moisture out of their lips.
But nature takes the
both
moisture
sets.
out of men's too, though. So it's like, isn't that just because you get older and your fucking fluid goes away? You're evaporating
Yeah,
slowly.
What the hell happens there?
Yeah, then
Just
drink
turn
more
into
water.
a pile of salt.
Yeah.
What the? That's Joyce DeWitt.
Yeah.
She puts
fuckable.
love Joyce DeWitt, and then in quotation marks she puts Janet.
Was Joyce DeWitt
What's her character?
Let's think this over.
Let me
Joyce
look.
DeWitt, was she fuckable?
That looks like a glamour shot. That
No.
is the best she could possibly look.
You know what I'm looking at?
That's a headshot.
If she grew her hair out, maybe. Maybe.
There's a picture of her. Find the picture of her where she's pointing at her clit and making like a shoulder shrug face.
All right, let me see that one. Pop that up. She's wearing a pink little jersey, the number 3 on it. She's kind of
I don't need massive boobs anymore in my life, but I mean, how about a hint that you're?
I think that's deceiving.
How about a hint that you have a boob?
That could be a little deceiving.
She's got like
but
a pink sports jersey on. She looks like she's completely flat.
She looks like a dyke. I think she's
Thank
always
you.
looked like a lesbian.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Joyce DeWitt.
I mean, you would do it because she's a female, Jimmy. So
You know what her blood alcohol was? Did they say?
I could tell you.
Yeah.
Maybe. I could tell you. I think I threw that one away. Shit.
God damn. John Ritter.
Hold on a minute.
Just again watching the end of Sling Blade yesterday.
Yeah.
He was fucking great in that.
He really was. Whispered all this dialogue.
Yes.
You'd never heard that.
I've had a little wine when he gives that little speech when they're having dinner.
I care about every
Single one of you. Oh, and when Doyle leaves the house, he just puts his hand over his mouth, like, locks the door and looks through the curtain.
Oh, yeah.
All gaily.
He was a fruit.
Get the fuck out. And that means cocksuckers
And retards.
And retards.
He was the best.
He really narrowed it down, didn't he?
Yeah, he really did.
Doyle was not a mincer of words.
No.
Doyle
I build
is
things.
so hated.
Do you know how important that is? Wow, that's an interesting picture.
What?
Our own Sam and Joyce DeWitt.
Oh, big deal. Who doesn't have that one?
Did they? Did he do any shots with her?
She looks pretty good there.
She actually
But then again,
put
Sam has
together
very
that.
short hair, so that could be 5 years ago.
That's
now.
an old picture, perhaps, and she's not completely intoxicated and arrested.
I got a shot with her a couple years ago at one of those Comic-Con things.
Yeah?
Yeah. So
Did she look all right?
She did, actually, yeah.
Can we get Sam down here? Nick Topal is
Yeah.
stopping by in a little while.
Yeah. Yeah,
But I want to talk to Sam about midgets. By the way, the other, not that many people care, but the NHL thing.
Oh, right.
It's really simple. Larger rinks. Larger, like playing
Like the
surfaces.
size of soccer fields?
That would be... God, they should do that one time for the fucking...
Would that be hysterical,
Holy
just
shit.
watching a hockey game on the field the size of a soccer field?
My Olympic hockey fans understand. That was some exciting hockey because the ice surface was a lot bigger.
It was bigger, yeah?
So they could like really skate around and get some shit done. Yeah, the players are too quick and too big, and they're just crowded now. And I don't know why the NHL will not acknowledge that and take that one on, because that would really fix hockey. It would make it so much more exciting.
Probably be so
and then you
hard
probably
to
wouldn't
do.
need the fights as much, because then you're seeing some crazy plays.
You know what you'd have to
developing
do, though?
and stuff.
The money involved in changing over some of these
I don't
arenas
know,
and
man.
shit?
I think you take out the front row and you're just about there.
Yeah, that's it.
I think so, Ed. I really think it maybe 1-2 rows all the way around, and we'll take care of that
You know what would
problem.
be even better? Don't take out the front row. Let the people sit on the ice,
wow.
like courtside.
That would rule.
And people just getting huge hockey goons checked into them. Wipes out a whole row of seats.
Or put little gravel spots in the ice. So they fuck.
Yeah, just have one patch of cement.
Yeah,
that
just cement.
You can't really see because you make it look like the ice, but you don't know where that cement patch
Oh, when a
is.
guy hits it, everyone would just go, oh! As he does an endo on his face.
We'll let them play on a lake, so that once in a while, like Damien and the Omen 2, you get one of them floating under the water.
Gotta get an axe and chop them out.
Kyle S. from Indiana. Opie's right about the dry mouth pussy. I saw the same placemat, so there you go.
Oh, wow. That was in a... was that by the maze? Or was it by the...
Sudoku, anyone?
Sudoku? You
Anyone?
are really taking out Sudoku and doing that, aren't you?
Yes.
You are into Sudoku.
Yeah, these are easy, though. Because I was a math whiz growing up, I'm telling you. I'm in the wrong fucking profession.
What are you going through menopause? What the fuck are you doing with Sudoku? You don't need that.
Sudoku really fucking gives the brain a little workout.
terrible.
A little math workout.
Math workouts are awful.
1 through 9. Make sure there's one of each. Who plays Sudoku?
Ew,
Obviously,
stinks.
Sam.
Of course, Sam.
Do
does.
you?
I used to play in
Brown
college.
noser.
In college.
And it kept your brain nice, right?
Well, yeah. Well, no, I was bored in class.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Then take out the Sudoku.
Sudoku
makes
beats
sense.
crossword puzzles any day.
Yeah, that's true.
Numbers.
It does.
Because all you have to do is worry about numbers.
Yeah.
That's
No
easy.
words
Instead of
there.
dumb words. There's too many words.
Look at the Staples Center already.
For real?
They just showed a clip of it, and people are gathering.
Remember my
God
my
love 'em.
other prediction. Someone dies tomorrow or today. Today's the day, right? Someone dies today.
Coverage starts at 11 o'clock on every friggin' news channel.
Because it's hot in L.A.
And
too,
everything.
right? So someone's going to die there. Some dummy
Yeah.
from somewhere in America will die, thinking they were going to see Michael Jackson's dead body. Sam went to the midget convention yesterday.
Yeah, I went down.
We got to fight for the midget word.
I don't know. They don't like it.
Really?
Yeah, they're very offended. Unfortunately, I didn't get any real good making fun of midgets type of things because just as I was warming up, that's Kid Kelly.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, how do we know that guy?
I know.
He works here.
We see him every day, right?
Yeah.
But when you see someone that's not in the environment that you see him every day,
Yeah.
and then you get confused and go, how the fuck do I know that guy?
I know that guy.
Kid
I
Kelly from Sirius XM's on
saw
Channel
that
11.
guy.
I get
Talking about Peter King, they can't get us on these fucking news stations. They
Well,
gotta
not that one.
We got potty mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't. Persona non grata, as
Yeah.
they say. You know what I believe is going to happen? It's a long shot, but and I don't think I'd bet money on it, but imagine this, if you will. Staples Center.
Right.
Big memorial. Place is packed.
Right.
Full of people, of course. People waiting outside. It's a giant thing. All of a sudden, fucking trapdoor opens, smoke, whoosh. Michael Jackson pops out, kicks off his tour.
Holy shit.
Dude, would that be the sickest fucking thing ever? Kicks off his fucking tour. He's not dead. Just starts dancing, and people just go like, "Oh my god!"
Holy shit.
He's fucking dead. It's going to be a somber, shitty event.
No, but I'm just saying, with some forethought, that would be the biggest concert ever in the history of everness. Right?
He's already got 50 sold-out shows. What's there to do?
I love Anthony's. God, because
Would
you know
that be giant?
You know,
It's just
eventually,
like, wait a minute, is this a fucking look-alike? Is it a thing? Are they doing? And then it's Michael, and everyone comes out. He does his dance, and he starts singing. It's like, what the fuck? Holy shit!
But wouldn't the
How
coroner's office be in a lot of trouble?
Yes! Whose brain is that they're holding?
It's not a coroner. How many times has Vince McMahon hired wrestlers, fake people to do things?
Zero. Well, no, just Russell. He's never.
Oh, really?
You think the L.A. coroner's office would be in a bit of trouble?
Boy, would they have some explaining to do.
We were in on it the whole time. We never get to play jokes here at the coroner's office.
There will be a celebrity that fakes his own death for real and comes back.
Yeah, could someone just do that once?
They just can't really figure it out totally yet.
Tired of everybody just really dying and then people saying that they're not dead.
Sure. Wow, what a great idea.
That would be a
could
huge
you
kickoff,
imagine?
though. God damn.
He would be out
Oh,
of
my
debt
God.
within an hour.
The guy would be the biggest fucking celebrity. It would be the biggest tour ever. What happened?
I'm not sure.
Did you
if
step in dog duty?
It's either duty or gum.
I always taste.
Duty or gum? You just take a little
my
swipe
tongue.
out of the tread.
I
and-
take a good deep lick into the tread. I'll
Oh, do you
swab
do?
the entire tread out. What's worse than when you have a piece of matted dog shit with grass in it?
Fine.
Piece of gravel.
Fine,
You ever pull that out and then this?
I enjoy a good challenger once in a while.
No.
Oh, God fucking damn it. No, you didn't. What did
He
you
didn't-
just
you
do?
didn't just do that.
What did you do? What did you do?
No.
Stop it.
What? I don't.
Spit it out. You didn't do.
Anyone can talk a good game, but you know.
He pulled it off his shoe and put it in his
Oh,
mouth.
my God. What are you doing? Don't do that. Stop it. Stop it.
Why?
What? Anyone can talk about it. Let's
Dude,
let's,
don't
let's
do
get
that.
into
Oh,
some
my God.
shit.
He fucking... He pulled it out of his tread and put it in his mouth.
Let's get some shit done today. Let's stop talking a good game.
Why do I turn into Popeye when I don't like something? One
I don't
eye
know.
shuts and my mouth gets all sideways.
Yes, because you're strong to the finish because you like black cock.
Popeye does it.
I'm a seer and I'm an illusionist.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Oh, by the way, it's gum.
Oh.
That was very black, by the way.
Wow.
Because I guess I walked on a lot of stuff.
Oh, city street
Now I'm
shit.
just- does anyone have a tongue scraper?
I have one that I was born with.
All right, sorry about that.
Oh, dude, that was fucking
wow.
Was that
vile.
gross?
Yeah,
That was
vile.
really heinous.
I hope saliva can kill some shit. Well, my shoe's all clean now, though. Nice. All right, where were we?
I don't remember that.
I need some
you
water.
wiped my memory clean with that one.
Holy fuck! You would never do that.
Oh. No, I don't have to be asked to not
Forget
do
about
that.
it.
I forget about Wow. Yeah. Yeah, you better. Rinse.
We have any of that? What's that stuff you turned me on, Jimmy? The fucking brown bottle shit? I need some of that now.
Oh, that's peroxide.
I need some peroxide.
I would gargle with that sometimes after certain sexual activities.
Ah.
You know.
Oh, and you're calling me crazy.
Well, yeah, but that's what she
You know
showed
who-
up for.
I know who it's coming from.
Exactly.
It's
It wasn't
not Rover.
wasn't a dog. It was a gal. It was a special young lady.
Yeah.
So you're saying if I came while I do that, then it's completely acceptable.
100%.
All right.
And understandable.
Now I understand the rules. What are we doing?
Midgets?
Midgets, okay.
Midgets.
Midgets.
They don't like that word.
No, little people, little tiny people.
No, tiny isn't good either.
What do you mean?
It's just little people.
How about
right?
eensy weensy? Do they like that?
Teensy tiny people.
Teeny weeny. Insignificant.
Let's start calling them eensy weensies.
Teensy weensy.
Or how about if you talk to them as
Itty
regular?
bitty?
You always make this face. Hello. How are you?
You know how you got to address them? You bend your knees and hunch over at the lower back, put your hands on your knees, and look right at him, scrunch your nose, and go, "Hi."
And what's your name?
And they love having their hair tousled.
They do love that. Only talk to them in baby voices. That's how it is from now on.
So the Little People convention's in town?
Yeah.
And where are our midget sightings? What the fuck's wrong with these people out there?
I don't
You
know.
can't get pictures of these fuckers?
If you
What,
hang
are they
out,
running and hiding?
hang out at the Marriott by the Brooklyn Bridge.
You got them?
They're all running around.
Under the bridge?
Yes.
I brought the ozone midget sighting to Twitter, by the way. I got one so far. And
Yeah?
yeah.
Yeah?
Send me your midget pictures. I'll repost and we'll laugh and
That is
laugh.
good. But not like, don't take them off the web. You got to actually get them.
Yeah, because some people have done that. I'm like,
I
no,
know.
No.
It's like, stop it. You're lying.
I posted a really good one, some kickable at the bank.
Kickable.
Stephen S. from Bayshore rules. Oh, we beat him up every day, but that fucking guy rules. So you went, Sam. What was the big thing there?
Well, I guess they're all upset about the M word.
Yeah, because we started.
The M word.
Yeah. Which is...
Migger?
Nope. No.
What?
It's M-I-D-G-E-T.
Midget.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's wrong with midget, by the way?
Because...
What are they saying?
The root of the word, it was started by P.T. Barnum, and when they were,
That was a genius, right?
Well, not for the little people.
No, he was a genius for little people because what else were they going to do? He gave them a good living and a feeling of self-worth.
What
and
does it
P.T.
mean?
Barnum rules.
And it dehumanizes them, and it makes them
Really?
feel as though they are an object, not a person.
Really?
Yes.
Well, the rest of us were building America.
If the shoe's a size 2.
Yeah. Well, the rest of us were building, America. What the fuck were they going to do? For
Yeah.
real.
They could do the floor.
Entertain us for a quarter or a nickel.
What? But what is the root of the word midget? Where did that come from?
They said that midget was first used by P.T. Barnum in the sideshows in the early 1900s.
He said, "You want to see a midget?" Where
Right.
did he come up with it, though? He
He's
just
a
made it up.
genius. Yeah.
That's a great word to just come up with and invent.
He's
Midget.
a little midget. But
Can
yeah,
we
they're-
look up midget and definition, root, origin?
Yeah. But they're very protective over what media gets to talk to this convention because technically it's on private property because they're all in the hotel and getting on buses and stuff. And they were all in the hotel courtyard or area. The hotel owns all the property. They weren't really leaving.
Did the hotel make them wear gnome hats?
And little curly shoes.
Just decorations.
And through the fucking loudspeakers, they kept playing do-do, 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 do-do. Pop Goes the Weasel is playing through every fucking hotel speaker.
How angry would
Oh,
they
they
be?
would be so mad.
Furious.
Yes. And there's fucking in front of like the front desk, there's like a bunch of little mini step ladders. Just things to really degrade them and remind them how small they are. Everything's in child portions. They all get like fucking like children's covered blankets. Children's colored.
They got to sign their hotel bill with a crayon.
Yeah, crayons.
Crayons everywhere.
The whole restaurant, every chair has a big phone book on it.
All the rides are obviously closed.
Nothing but a kid's menu for everyone. Fuck. That's fucking funny.
Midget. I would think the et part is probably from the French E-T-T, E, small, tiny.
Yeah.
You know?
They are so little.
Like et.
But why are
But
all...
what midge? What's a midge?
Midge means shit. So that's
Little shit. Oh, are we horrid to the midget?
But why are all these groups wasting their time with this? Because we're all never going to get along, and we're going to come up with words for other groups of people.
They're very
Like the N-word is now more powerful than the word itself because it allows more people to say what they're feeling.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Because when you had the actual word, it took a special person to be brave enough to actually say it. Now
Same
anyone
with
could
us.
say the N-word, right?
Yeah.
For real.
You just say the N-word.
Right.
You don't have to actually say it.
So what did they really accomplish?
You made it easy for people to actually convey
Right.
that same thing and feeling
right.
and hatred by saying the N word.
And if they take midget away from us, then we'll do kickable.
Yeah,
we'll just come up with another word. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah,
they would prefer.
So it's a waste of time.
Little person or dwarf or short statured.
Dwarf.
They're good with
Short
dwarf.
statured.
Yes.
Little person. I
Yeah,
don't
what
think they.
fucking assholes.
Short statured is somebody who's
You're
just
short.
under average a little bit.
Why do you put statured? How about
Yeah.
a shorty?
Hey.
You're a fucking short. How about short
Shorty.
stuff?
You know what? If I was a midget, I wouldn't want.
How about half a vote?
If I was a midget, I would rather be called midget than little person.
Yeah, me too.
You know, and if I was a midget, I'd rather be called cock looks bigger.
Yeah.
Call me cock looks bigger, please.
How about sausage legs? Do they mind that one?
God.
Muffin hands?
Those bent up arms and legs. What happens there?
Jesus. Oh, and I'm a fan of that dumb show on fucking, what is it, TLC?
Little midgets, big world.
Little, yeah, whatever.
Oh my
Little
bad.
people, big
Little
people.
Hey, we got a
Midgets.
little midget on the phone right
Aw, this
Hey,
is gonna be
Midge.
cute.
Chuck Love, Chuck Love, the midget.
Oh, hi.
How you guys?
Hello, Chuck.
Well,
All
I
right.
guess we were going to go to you after Sam's audio. Should we? How should this work, Sam?
Either way, because all the people I got to talk to at this convention, they
Where's the clown music?
oh,
So, Chuck, do you
Get it? Because you're short.
do you think that people are too sensitive about this, Chuck?
Stepladder. Don't make me throw out my stepladder on my back pocket and teabag yesterday.
Hold on, we can't hear you, Chuck. Chuck, do you think people are too sensitive about it? Now, you think people are too sensitive about the word midget?
Oh, I think they're out of control. All they want is something to talk about. I don't care. You can call me midget all you want. It's not that offensive. I don't see where they came up with being offensive. I don't know. I don't have a problem with it. When I'm hanging out with my friends, like, oh, what's up? It's Chuck Love. That's my midget. Like, that's my boy. That's my midget. But
Oh yeah, you like that's my midget?
That's my midget.
I don't care.
Midget's
That's my
gotta
midget,
eat.
You know what I
A
mean?
midget gotta eat.
MWA is a little midget rap group. But what is it about the word they find offensive?
I don't know. I know when I was younger, I went to doctors and say it's not politically correct, this and that. But I still don't see how they think midget is just as bad as saying the N-word. You know, growing up, you can't say the N-word. But midget, I don't know where. I honestly don't know where it became offensive.
Midgets were never slaves. Midgets weren't brought to this country against their will. They were brought here against the rest of ours. I'm just kidding. Joking.
Now, I need to say to them, those midgets need to grow up.
What type of little person are you? Are you a dwarf?
I'm technically a dwarf. I think the scientific name is like achondroplasia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that medical jargon when it comes to.
I don't know.
What about fidget? That was Little
Fidget?
Rascals. They used the word fidget. That was
I
the
never
guy.
really heard of that one.
Go chase yourself.
No, I never really heard of that one. I
No?
actually made up shirts that I went to a convention, my first convention like a year ago, and I don't know if they were really happy. I had midget-style shirts. I had little stick figures standing on top of a step stool doing a tall girl doggy style.
Oh, okay. That's
a
kinda
nice
funny.
shirt. I like
Yeah,
that.
they-
I like
They're
that.
a little pissed off at me.
This little fucker has a lot of self-confidence. Jesus. How tall are
I
you,
got
Chuck?
swagger. I got swagger. Ask your boy Twitchels. He lives around the corner from me.
That's
Oh,
cool.
really?
Yeah.
That's great. He
How-
must love you because it reminds him of the Wizard of Oz, one of his favorites. Ugh. Hate him, Louis Twitchelson Tanny.
Why? He did the best impression. Hush! Oh, for Hippopotamus.
Oh, God.
I want to see that again.
Courage.
Courage.
We'll get that out again. We have
It's
to.
the best thing.
It's so bad.
You don't like it?
It's so douchey. I can't look at his face when he does it because I just want to punch it in.
It makes you uncomfortable?
Yes. Louis Twitchelson Tanny.
Chuck, what do you do for a living?
Well, I work for a company, like an entertainment company. I
Of
actually
course.
just started a cooking website. It's the funniest shit ever. My friend, he's a chef, and I'm like his little sous chef. So that's what I've been doing lately. I'm trying to do a bunch of cooking shows. And actually, you know what? I think I know.
Your short order cook?
It's meandminnie.com.
Got to look over the counter to see what he's cooking. That's gonna be tough to film there, Chuck.
And actually, I work at a porn shop too.
Nice.
Oh, really?
Do you really?
Yeah, I think we used to send you up tapes a while ago.
Oh.
What do you do?
Okay.
Do you-
Midget porn?
yeah.
Out right outside of Philadelphia.
You go to put your dick through a fucking Buddy Booth hole, and you see an eye glaring at you. We don't allow that in this establishment.
Buddy Booth hole is
I can't-
1 inch
I
off
can't
the
reach
floor.
damn glory hole. Who's this glory hole for? It ain't bringing me any glory.
Got to go down like you're fucking looking under a doorway.
Like you're doing the fuck. What's that little limber move you do under fire?
Oh, limbo.
Limbo, yeah.
The little limbo dance. Limber.
Whatever. What do I know?
Is that Limburger?
I don't dance.
So Chuck doesn't mind being called a midget.
No, I don't care at all, man.
No. Some midget questions. Do you date or have you had sex with normal sized chicks?
That's the only chicks I ever fucked. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I allowed to say that?
Yes, you are.
Certainly are.
I didn't know if we're on satellite.
Oh yeah. Wow. They satellite. So you only have sex with regular size chicks. What's your move? How do you pull
You know
that
what?
off?
I don't have any game. I'm not going to lie. People ask me, how do you get with these girls? I don't have
Yeah.
game. I start drinking and say, hey, you want to suck my balls? And sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But 9 out of 10 times, they might say no. But the 10th time, they'll say yeah.
All right. I
This
can't
one
imagine
chick, I
these
was at
are
I was at a party
beauties.
one night last weekend. I met this chick. I fucked her in the ass the first night. I tried to show her the next night. She told me she wanted to take it slow. Take it slow. I was balls deep in your ass. Now she wants me to take it slow.
Just wants to be friends.
Yeah.
I never banged a midget. I think that would be weird. I was the only person in my family that
Really?
So I think they look creepy to me.
Well,
Like, I don't have them.
well, yeah.
They really do look creepy.
The only one that I think the only midget I would have sex with just to say I had sex with a midget would be that one from Total Recall. But and that was back then.
Well, that's because
Not
she's
now.
in a very famous movie, though.
Well, yeah, and she kind of didn't look bad for a midget. Like she kind of looked all right for a
little
midget.
rough.
It is rough, but I don't know.
All right.
No, well, not the face. You got to see the whole body on her.
That's her? That ain't her.
No, that wasn't her.
Yeah.
Hey, you ever see those people, those midgets that get their legs stretched out and shit?
Yeah, I was thinking about that when I was younger, but that shit's painful. They gotta break your legs and all.
Yeah, they bust your legs and then they slowly stretch them.
Yeah,
and
they-
then,
I don't
and then
think
let
that's
them
for
let
me.
them
Well-
reconnect and then bust them again. But like, look, see, I might bang that crazy midget.
You know what?
Squeeze them
all
midget
right.
titties.
Sure, why not?
She's dead, obviously.
Why?
Because moviedeaths.com is under.
Well, I think it's
because she died in the movie.
Oh,
maybe.
Yeah, she did. She got shot.
Swinging
in
from
the-
a tree from the news.
Midget or three-titted woman from three-titted mutant woman.
Midget every time.
I'd say midget.
Chuck Love, you rule. I think you got to come in and hang out with us.
Yeah, definitely. Let me know. I'll come up there. I've been up there a bunch of times. Not.
Yeah, we never saw you.
Yeah, I must have been behind the fire hydrant.
Yeah, under the console.
Wait, you've been up here a bunch of times?
Well, I've been to the Sirius Studios. Not to. I don't know if you guys are in the same building.
Yeah, we're in here.
Are you in there now?
Yeah.
What, do they have a midget channel here we don't know about?
Yeah.
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 Well, we saw this afternoon. They're only picketing with their little picket signs outside.
Well,
studio with little baby microphones.
You want me to send you a picture of me on your Twitter or whatever?
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like we
All
haven't
right.
haven't seen you before.
That would be cool.
Because they all look alike. They just have different wigs on.
Oh, no. Not true.
Really? Line up a bunch of midget pictures, and the one thing that is different is their hair.
No. Oh, that wasn't a very nice laugh. Oh.
I don't know what to say to that one.
Be nice to Chuck Love.
Oh, this one has a rocker haircut.
Chuck Love.
Oh, this one has a mohawk.
And what about when people are asking, wiping your ass? Your arms long enough?
Hell no.
No,
What?
not at all.
So what do you do?
I got this fucking. I call it the ass wiper. I don't know what the technical name is.
Is it that fucking thing we were laughing at a couple
The
weeks
carpet.
ago? What was it called again?
I call it the ass wiper. I don't know what the technical term is.
Yeah, he scoots on the rug.
Yeah. If I'm on vacation and I forget to bring it, I got to put the toilet paper on the ground.
So you need the stick with the paper on it
Yeah.
And then you
then
wipe
I-
your
you
ass
wrap
that
it-
way.
Like that late night product we were talking about, Ant.
Do you got to bend over when you jack?
Well, I'm pretty fat. I'm a fat midget. I got a size 42
Oh,
weight.
you're a fat midget?
42 weight.
Lately, dude, I'm like 147 pounds.
What the fuck's going on with you?
Jesus,
How
you
do
weigh,
you get
more,
a fat-
you weigh more than Sam.
Yes.
I was down to 100 like 3 years ago, but now I just eat. But when I was skinny, it was easy to whack off. Now I got like twist a little bit from a big old fat belly.
It's depressing
I'm
to be
glad
a
I
midget.
eat
like a pony.
No, I'm not bragging about my size, but it is nice. It's average for like a tall person.
Oh, yeah? You got a regular sized cock on you?
Yeah, I really do. I always get compliments.
Oh, that's good.
So
All right,
Nice.
we got 2 questions for you from Stephen S. from Bayshore. Is it true that midgets only have half a soul?
I think mine's probably bigger than the dude. That's
All right. And is Chuck Love interested in a gig simply holding a lantern on Anthony's front lawn at his next party?
All right.
Oh, okay, I'm down.
And are you allergic to skin paint?
Yeah, you know what? Do you have any kids? I'll come dress off in health.
Oh, sick.
Deliver them Christmas presents.
You wouldn't bang that little midget right there? I'm looking at a well, not her because she's now being tainted in that picture. But would you do that?
What? Do what?
I don't know. Well, no, I'm
Bridget
talking
the
to
midget.
people in the studio. Is that Bridget the midget?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me
Bridget,
see.
the famous
fuck her
midget
hard.
porn star.
Yeah, for a goof. For like
for
a
the
goof.
longest time, I couldn't even look at him. I would get like, I know it sounds ignorant, but I would get disgusted. Like I would not even.
Wow, you're
be near
self-hating midget.
one. I guess I think I grew up. I know right now I definitely would, but I
Yeah.
remember growing up through school. I thought I was a cool kid with all the tall kids. And I didn't even want to be bothered and go to meet other little people.
Yeah.
But I think I've changed. I definitely would bang Bridget the midget, though.
Yeah,
you'd
might
bang
be a
anything.
good midget. That might be a fun midget to. Look at her ass. Look at her midget ass.
I would never eat a midget's ass.
Well, I'm not talking about
They
going
can't-
that far.
They can't
That's gotta
clean
be the
that.
worst.
They can't clean that shit properly, man.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
What is that Gwen Stefani midget?
See, that's what I'm saying.
That's a midget Gwen Stefani.
Just because she's got the Gwen Stefani hair. That's all. That's the only difference. Hey, Juice from Chicago has a very good idea. He wants to breed midgets.
Juice.
The Juice from Chicago.
Hello, Bubba Boys.
Hey,
Good
man.
morning.
Juice.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Hey, buddy.
All right. Got to hear me out here. Now, back in the day, enslaving the black population, not such a good idea. Got spears so tall to compete the shit out of you. However, what about breeding and raising midgets?
That would be great. It would be a good idea. But, like, technically, and whatever the scientific term is, I could have 5 kids and they all be tall.
Well, no,
I might not. I
covered.
might
Hear me
never
out.
marry the
Well, we would test and then eliminate those.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Through
you
abortion.
don't have to do that. You could take those children, you could adopt them so you could become their foster parent and make money from the government doing it.
All right, I would have sex with that midget. From
Who's
the,
this man?
From,
Yeah,
from the
I'm kinda
tattoo
looking-
show.
I'm kind of
Yeah,
looking
they
at
have
this
a
midget.
From fucking Kate Von D or whatever her name
Let
is.
me see.
Kat Von D. She is a hot midget.
She's not a bad fidget there.
And she's got proportional.
Yeah, her head is like
everything is proportionate.
regular.
Everything is very small. She doesn't have any like nubs or stubs.
You know what you could do? You could just put her under the blankie and have her head sticking out and stick your dick in her mouth. And you wouldn't even know it's a midget. Wow, and she's got big tits.
She really is. She's all right, man.
That's a great fucking rack on that midget.
Who was she? That she was on that TV show.
Yeah, what the hell is this? Any nude pictures of this bro?
Oh, the one that got the flowers on her side?
Is that what she got?
Oh, yeah, on the Kat Von D show? Oh, yeah, I would give it to her in a heartbeat.
You would give it to anyone. You're a midget.
Yeah.
You don't have that big
true.
forehead. I hate those big foreheads.
Oh, you don't like the big
No,
forehead?
I'm blessed. I got a regular head. I don't have that big old forehead.
You don't have that big flat forehead that the midgets have, like the Oompa Loompas?
All right, this girl is hot. This midget is hot.
It's a hot midget. She's pulling her shirt up now to be tattooed on her side. So she's like from hip to the bottom of her breast. Look at that, right?
You know the actual size of that tattoo is a postage stamp.
Oh, it's little. it's so she pulled it out of a fucking Cracker Jack box and just licked it and stuck it on her side, and it takes up her whole hip.
It's a huge fucking tramp stamp.
Oh, did she have surgery?
She tried to get
I think
tall.
she tried to get tall and got the busted leg thing.
There's a lot of controversy. There's a lot of controversy over that. A lot of the little people out there that are really pissed off at their fellow midgets for trying to get taller.
That's like Michael Jackson
They
doing,
get really mad.
doing the white features and bleaching his skin.
They're basically saying you should embrace what you have.
Embrace your fidgetness.
Your fidgeties.
They don't
Yeah.
say fidgetness.
Juice,
Oh,
we're not
little person.
We're not going anywhere with the breeding of the midgets for a farm.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
All you had to do was just get a little free-range midget farm. Go ahead,
Free range. Look at the rack on this fucking midget.
She's pretty hot, man. She goes beyond being like a cute
Watch out,
midget.
boys.
Oh, wow. She
Yeah,
could
she's
lose
got
the
a
belly fat,
pierced
though.
belly
What the fuck?
Well, they can't lose that
Yeah, I
belly
know.
fat.
That's what I was getting.
That's
Why not?
Look at that though. That's not bad at all for a midget.
That's pretty. That's
Little person.
Tim in Illinois. You're on with Chuck Love. He's a midget, and
Good
he
evening.
doesn't mind the word midget.
Keep in mind the word midget. Yeah, I don't think your word's going to go away because, I mean, if you say it, whether they can do punch you in the face, best thing to do is probably kick you in the shins.
Oh boy.
Where's the sound effect?
Oh
Is that obvious or what?
Hey,
language.
South Park episode on midgets. I don't know that one. I don't think.
Well, last night I was watching Family Guy, and Peter and them were stranded on an island.
Yeah.
So Peter was like, blind or midget? And then Cleveland's like, well, I'd rather be blind because then all your other senses are heightened. And then Quagmire's like, yeah, me too, giggy. And Peter's like, screw you all. I'd rather be a midget. You get to chill in a stroller all day and smoke a cigar. I don't care. But I don't sit in a stroller. I know.
People are asking what's her name, the midget that got tattooed on Kat Von D's tattoo show. We don't know.
No, she's not famous.
Where'd you find that, Dan? They'll find it
I don't know.
themselves.
Kenny found it.
Kenny?
did. Well,
What is
he
Kenny
wants
into?
Kenny doing at night on the
What is
computer.
Kenny into?
I know a good midget
Get
for
Kenny
ya.
in here.
Boy, him with a midget would be hysterical.
Kenny, how did you know about the midget girl getting tattooed?
Kenny, look, he's all red.
I'm nuts over midgets.
See, he's nuts over midgets.
Do you know what would
It's
be great?
a pun.
As he said that, if for no reason his head just exploded, like in Scanners.
Yeah, it's Scanners. His head exploded.
Like if we were all just standing here with his fucking headless torso, and it still just stood there.
I have some advice for that midget that can't wipe his ass.
Oh?
Yeah, he should run through some tall grass.
Tall grass. Oh,
I don't know. The interns found that midget thing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You
They're
know why-
trying.
You know why midgets
They
laugh
don't know her
when they
name,
run?
though.
You know why
The
midgets...
grassicles are bald.
What do you say?
I have no idea.
Do you know why midgets laugh when they run?
Oh.
Because the grass tickles are bald.
Oh, boy. Sense of humor to match his size.
I'm
Very
sorry, yo,
small.
I'm the-
Do you, sir, do you drive?
Yeah, I got pedal extenders.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Must be funny. Pedal extenders.
Aw. I was calling my brother because he has a true midget phobia that is hilarious.
Oh, yeah?
I guess when he was younger, my mom locked him in the Volkswagen bus.
With a
she
midget?
so she could do some shopping, and some midget was outside the car terrorizing a young Brett.
All right,
For
that's
real.
fucking funny, though.
It's how he tells his story. But to this day, if he sees a midget, he gets all freaked out and runs away.
Was he
For real.
terrorizing the kid, or was he just
The
like,
midget
trying
was
to help him?
terrorizing Brett.
But I'm saying, was he doing that, or was he just trying to look it in to see who left this kid?
I don't know, Jimmy, because
Mickey has arrived to work. I wonder if he likes midgets.
That's little Nicky.
He certainly isn't a midget, but I would like to see a little midget, little Nicky.
Walking up the
Well, I had a
hallway.
cop pull a gun out on me.
Hi, little Nicky. We're talking about midgets
Hi,
on the show
little
today.
Nicky.
All
There
right,
he
then.
goes.
punctual, that motherfucker.
I'll
He's 20
say.
every
Yes.
goddamn
Yes,
day.
He's supposed to be here at 7:30. He's a bum and a drunk.
I need my brother to fill in the details, but basically the story goes he was locked in a car while my mom ran and did a couple errands, and some midget terrorized him, was running around the Volkswagen bus and jumping up as high as he could and going "Arr!" and scaring the shit out of him as a little kid.
Wow, that'll do it.
And to this day, he is petrified of midgets.
Damn.
All right, Chuck, can we let you go now?
Yeah, I don't care. I was going to tell you a story real quick when a cop pulled a gun out on me.
The cop
I'll tell you
pulled a
real quick,
gun
right?
on you.
Yeah, let's hear that.
I was speeding. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was a little drunk. I don't condone drunk driving, but I was
You are a
drunk.
little drunk. Yes.
Yes.
And a cop pulled me over, and my license plate was like scratched up, so it didn't read in his car properly. So I went to put it in park. He's like, "What are you reaching for? What are you reaching for?" And I'm yelling out my window, "I'm not reaching for anything. I got to put my car in park, but I got to lean over." So then he's like, "Put your hands up," and I'm like, "My hands are up." By the time I stepped out of my car, because I can't reach in my wallet, there was 6 cop cars there, and they had to have been laughing at him. I would have been if I saw myself.
Wait, you can't reach in your wallet, so how do you get your wallet?
I had to step out. I had to get out of my car and like reach. It's like me touching my ankles to reach my wallet.
Can you really not wipe your hiney?
No, I can't. I got a tool. I swear.
How do you masturbate? I know that sounds like a dumb question, but
I sit on the floor.
He sits down. He's got to be bent at the hips, I guess.
Oh, my God. What a pain in the ass.
In order to get that hand down there for a good cranking. And then, do you use a comfort wipe? Is that what it's called?
No, I just regular old tissues.
But what do you do? What do you
I know
put
what
it
they
on,
do.
a stick?
He ties a fucking he tapes a wet nap around a plunger and just sits on it. Fair enough.
What do you use? Just a stick?
No, my hands.
But how do you wipe?
Oh, wipe. Yeah, it's that stick, that wand thingy. It's I don't know. I call it the ass wiper.
But do you feel clean after you're done?
Well, usually I go before I get in the shower. Like, I'll wipe until I barely see anything.
Oh, then he
I'll get in the
showers
shower.
up.
Oh, until I barely see anything.
How the fuck?
That's cool. Just do a quick visual inspection.
So it's white.
How the fuck do you shower?
I don't know. I just
Any sink?
Water's
I go in the-
freezing
I go in
cold
the
by the time it gets down there.
He goes to the bathroom to take a shower, and his mom goes, "No, you know the rules. There's a hose out back."
Oh. In the toilet tank.
All right, Chuck, we got to get going. I think Nick's here. He's
he
been
here?
waiting. We're gonna try to fit him in. All right.
Fucker, what's up?
Language.
Why don't you come in and see us, Chuck Love?
Yeah, come on in, y'all.
All right.
Yeah. Do
Midget.
you mind if I plug that website real quick, if you don't mind? The cooking one?
Okay, what is it?
Go.
It's skinnyandmini.com.
Skinnyandmini.com.
Shit, you're gonna get some hits now, my friend.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank
Chuck
you.
Love.
Have a great day.
All right. Somebody, Jay from Huntington writes, haha, is that why the bar stools are so high at F.H. Riley's?
Oh, yeah. No midgets allowed.
Sam went to the what is it, a midget convention it's called?
It's the Little People Association Convention. It's not a midget convention. They don't like the word, so
Of course. So why would they call it that?
exactly.
The LPA, right?
LPA.
Was the roll-offs there?
I didn't see the roll-offs.
I'm a big fan of that show.
Because I didn't get to go to the convention. I just waited outside the hotel for little people because they were all just running around.
Did it feel like you were in a dream sequence?
Or an 80s rock video.
God damn it, you're right, yeah.
Always midgets in those.
Did it feel like Godzilla?
It would crush them.
Yeah. I'm Gulliver Roberts.
I didn't get a lot of interviews, though, because they were very protective over what media covers these.
Come on.
Because I guess a lot of people go down to make fun.
There's no MNN. It's like, what kind of media were they expecting?
So, like, people
Just
were...
regular-sized people.
I've got to raise my hand.
Yes?
Just the visual. Can you imagine a little short Reverend Al yelling and screaming for the rights of the midget?
The right of the midget.
Can we speed up your voice? Fuck. That's how we do this bit.
I am outraged. Little Reverend Al.
Tawana Smalley.
Reverend Al Shorten.
Jesus, we got a million of them.
Ah.
Do the little midgets get caught in your hair and stuff while you're down there?
No,
Sam?
I mean, they stayed more
Ooh, a
towards
jungle.
the ground.
Do they?
Yeah. Like, oh, wow.
Let's climb
Nice.
that mountain. There's a jungle up there.
No, I didn't let them climb me.
No.
I didn't let them climb me. No.
No, I didn't allow them to.
Scary.
Did you let them just kick you in the shin?
No, they were just, we were speaking like civilized people.
Yeah, right.
Well, they were trying.
All right. Well, we're not going to get much out of this, but let's see. You never
Yeah.
know. It'll
at least
sparks
start-
conversation, right?
Yes, yes.
So Sam talks to politically active tiny little people. Joe wants average-sized people to stop using the M word. Holy shit.
All right, we're out here at the Little People Convention with Joe. Joe, what's the haps?
Well, you know, we have 2,500 little
Funny every time.
Before you laugh, that
Funny
voice
every time.
has a wife and children
Yeah.
and works with computers. So he's
Does
just
he?
like anybody else.
What is he, a screensaver? He'll come over your house and run across your computer until you get back.
Well, what's the haps, huh? Let me tell you what the haps is. I got a stupid voice.
He walks between the keys and picks out crumbs.
Oh, he's a fucking helium tester.
He lays on his belly and you use him like a mouse. That voice is, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
funny every fucking
It really
time.
is.
What do you want from me? I'm supposed to not laugh at this?
I know.
That's
For
exactly
real?
correct.
You gotta laugh.
No, you're not supposed to.
Well, you know, we have 2,500 little people from all over the world here. We're all here to learn about how to help the outside world, the average-sized world, as we call it, better understand
Normal
us
people.
and better accept us.
What do you think is one of the problems that's like plaguing the little people community?
The biggest problem the average-sized community doesn't understand is the M word, the midget word. The midget word is considered derogatory within LPA, and it continues to be used within the average-sized population because people just aren't aware how hurtful it is. We're dwarfs, short-statured people, little people, persons of short stature, anything else but midget, because the midget word for us is like the N-word for African American.
No, see, and
No,
we
it's
started
not.
this conversation months ago. We said this is where it was all going.
Everyone's just going to pull some word out that people are now going to equate with the N word.
How about twerp?
Yeah. He did say anything about midgets, so
That's true.
Yeah.
I'll go with kickable. You go with twerp.
Munchkin.
Munchkin.
Munchkin, they must
Oh.
hate Munchkin. How about Oompa Loompa?
Oompa Loompa, Munchkin, they must hate.
Get me a bonbon accident.
Isn't it great
Do they
to
play
be
soccer with
something-
bonbons?
It's got to be great to be something that people now weed out through testing during pregnancy. Like, it's just got to suck. It's like, yeah, no, it's cool. You're, all the dignity and everything you need. By the way, we weed this shit out now because we really don't want
There
anymore.
are parents that don't want kids with brown eyes. What
Yeah,
chance do you think you have?
None. That's why you don't see as many as you used to.
Oh.
I remember when I was going to school, there was always a midget or two in school.
Little person.
Midget. And now you don't see him because the doctor goes, I got some news for you. You know what's cooking in that womb of yours? Midget. And they go, okay. The old Hoover. It's a little one. Or a dustbuster. It's a midget. You just
doing-
got to get a little...
9 months in, it's doing jumping jacks. You're like, yeah, that didn't feel right.
You just got, all you needed one of those little things you clean your keyboards with.
Little air shot.
Done.
So now we meet.
Boarding.
It was also
horrible. Unnecessary.
It was also impossible to tell how old any of them were. I
Yeah.
started a conversation and realized after I started that I was talking to a bunch of like 14 and 15-year-olds that were
Really?
not going to help me at all.
You thought they were like in their
Yeah.
20s and 30s.
I thought these were like young, like 20-somethings.
They don't get bigger.
No, they're just that size.
That's it.
They don't age.
No.
Just different wigs.
Timeless.
Remember that.
Timeless.
Different wigs, my friends. We meet Charles, who starts talking right away and thinks the M word is the same as the N word. He's mad at Donald Trump for using it on the Celebrity Apprentice.
Charles is very, very upset.
All right.
I'm Charles. The word midget.
Hold on, that's still Joe.
No, that's Charles. Opie.
How do you know?
Charles?
Because it's a different person.
How do you
They're
know?
human
They sound the
beings.
same.
Yeah, they all sound.
I mean,
pretty
similar, but not the exact same.
All right, we'll just have to take your word for this. This is
Okay.
a different guy.
Yes.
I'm Charles. The word midget to us is like the N word for black people. And I think that
I hate you, Sam.
Why?
I just do.
Why? Come on.
Hey, you just want to bring it up.
Because you're actually giving the guy a
What?
like
He's making
I
points.
care about your plight.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I do. Yep.
Like a good little reporter.
I do care.
I would have openly just laughed.
See, that's not good journalism.
I'm getting a good question here. So what does one call a black midget? That is like...
A little African American
person.
person.
Right.
Is it?
No, I got about 3 names.
Yeah,
that
me
would
too.
Get me fired.
Sure.
Well, all right. I mean, are we writing down the answers or?
Oh, jeez.
Well, what? Is that wrong? What happened there?
It's terrible.
Well, you asked the question. I figured I'd answer it.
understand.
What?
Let's see.
Oh, no.
Well, you did ask the
I think
question.
I got one.
Let me see.
Let me do this. I'll just write this.
That's nice. Yeah, of course.
Okay, see, that's...
Of course.
You know, it transcends everything.
Yeah, the only answer you would have. Jesus. At least we try to make it a little fun.
What? I'm just being accurate.
We try to make it fun with our racism.
All of them would be offensive.
Yes, all of them would be offensive.
All right, let's get into this Charles thing.
People. And I think that the general population really doesn't understand that, and it's very offensive when you use the word midget. And I think Donald Trump ought to be feathered and tarred for his Celebrity Apprentice show.
Tarred and feathered, asshole.
You idiot.
Right.
No, you put the feathers
What are
on
you
first.
going to...
How's that going? Yeah, but how's
Feathers
that?
and then tar.
Yeah,
is
how's that
silly.
going to ever work?
Yeah, the feathers won't stick
Because
to
the
you at all.
silliness to the thing is walking around with the feathers on.
And I like his ancient fucking punishments
Right.
that he
Yeah.
has. Why not just do what they did in Braveheart? Have a midget come out, play a little bit with the rope like he's pulling his guts out. And that scene wasn't
Being
great.
tarred and feathered must suck.
Yeah.
Why?
It's not like the
Hot
cartoons.
tar, man.
Yeah.
All right. You
It's
get
not
used
like
to
the
it.
cartoons.
You get used to it after a while.
Eventually, but it's more just very painful, and then you have to the feathers stick to you, and you have to pluck them out.
I
It's
think
awful.
it's pretty much death. At
Yeah?
that point. Yeah, I think you're getting 3rd-degree burns on your body, and they
Yeah.
weren't very well treated back then.
They probably didn't have good health care.
No, you can't.
They
be
didn't
like
have
that.
health care providers.
I'm sorry, tar and feathering isn't covered under your HMO.
Exactly. Only if you drown because we think you're a witch.
How many times do you?
Insurance.
How many times do you say "ow" before you lose your voice?
It's one long one. It starts when you get there, and it finishes when the last shovel of dirt is going onto you.
All right.
Donald Trump ought to be feathered and tarred for his Celebrity Apprentice show, talking about using the M word. It's like, hey, man, why don't we use the N word for a black person?
You're here.
Of course, they won't do that because that's taboo. But I guess it's okay to call us midgets when it's a very offensive word.
What makes it so offensive? Why is that word
question.
so offensive?
Very good question.
Sure. There's a girl
It's
one.
associated with the freak shows back in like the 1940s, 50s. It was kind of a very derogative, demeaning
Derogatory, you dumb
word.
twat.
So I
Was
think
it,
that's
or was
kind
it
of
just
carried on
descriptive?
and just very offensive to us.
Who's that?
That's some little girl one.
Was she attractive?
No, she was older.
Oh,
You should have got in her. Well, you can't really get in her face, I guess. But
getting that ass.
maybe if you got on your knees, you should have gotten in her face with her.
Yeah.
With her.
Say, listen, you.
Did you feel weird, like having to put the mic down there and go, whoa, without like looking like you're being condescending?
Or do you just pick her up?
Yeah.
The midgets hate when you pick them up to talk into the mic and hold them like at the crook of your arm.
You support their head.
So why don't you think you're being taken seriously? And you rock him gently, and he goes, well.
He goes to sleep. You give him a binky.
Of course he does.
This would have been my interviewing technique. I would have asked a question and then went like this.
Oh, put the mic by your cock and have
Big
him
black
talking
heart
to-
on.
Now talking to that.
You wouldn't be taken seriously as a
Oh,
journalist.
well.
You should have dressed up with curly shoes with bells on them and a pointy little green hat and just gone there like that and seen if they would have given you interviews.
I think it would have been harder to get people to talk to.
You should do that. You should go back in that outfit with the Pop Goes the Weasel music, and then just put your hands over your head, and then spin in a circle like you're one of those fucking Hummels that people buy.
Were they in nice little suits?
They were dressed like we dressed. Some of them had.
How do they get those clothes?
Smart. Well, I guess.
Gap kids.
Gosh, bagosh.
Some of them had jeans and T-shirts on.
Yeah.
The kids were all dressed very hip, like young kids dress.
let's-
T-shirts and jeans.
Let's go down there with some yellow paint and just make a lot of yellow roads around them.
Were there anyone with a T-shirt that had an arrow and "I'm with human"? No,
They're not.
I'm with child of non-drinker.
All right, we continue with another midget here.
No, I think there's another Charles.
Another Charles
I
clip?
think that clip is Charles still.
All right.
Is it a word that you as a community are trying to take ownership of, the way some people in the African American community try to take ownership of the N-word to turn it into a slang term?
No, actually, I don't want to be even. I don't want to hear it.
Oh, I heard you're out of here.
No,
is that going to affect you?
Some
coming
woman,
up?
some woman, that little tiny little woman who was there said, "No, we want it eradicated."
Oh.
We want it eradicated. It's like, what a coincidence. We feel the same way about you.
All right.
But while I was doing
Stop
these,
having kids. Everything will take care of itself.
while I was doing these interviews, people who were in charge started talking to big people and hovering and talking, trying to figure out who I was.
If you're outside the Marriott, though, you're allowed to be there, aren't you? It's a public space.
We were in the courtyard, so they still technically own it, and none of the little people were coming off the courtyard onto the sidewalk.
Let's go back there with an attitude.
You think so?
Who wants to go back there
Start
with an
bullying
attitude?
everyone or knocking them around.
Right.
I would start asking them Travelocity commercials. Like asking them a question about Travelocity. I really need cheap airfare. Could you help me?
Let's all go there dressed as Dwarf.
Yeah.
Was
do
it Dwarf? Dwarf on golf? Dwarf,
yeah.
Still not funny?
Stupid Dwarf
I tried.
with the little golf clubs and
Right.
stuff.
I'm sure they love him.
Do they love Dwarf?
I'm sure they love Tim Conway.
You should have asked them questions like, what do you get when you...
To turn it into a slang term?
No, actually, I don't want to be even. I don't want to hear it. It's somebody calls me a midget. I feel like, I want to get down and let's go. I mean, I feel like
You're
it's
already
down.
Fucking idiot.
Do you think they would have picked
gonna
up
get
if
down?
you said, what do you doopity do when somebody...
Doopity do.
Could you do this? Could you go back and do this right?
What do you do?
They kicked me off
You
once
gotta,
already.
You gotta ask, hey, what do you do?
Kick you out for, by the way.
Dude.
What the fuck were you kicked out for?
I recorded them kicking me out.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
All right,
Of
we'll get
course.
into that.
Come on.
You're a
Can you
good
please
man.
go back and ask one? What do you do?
what do you doopity do when...
Please do that. Anyone out there, please do that for us.
I can send some interns down there that they haven't seen yet.
Yeah, ask some doopity-doo questions.
Right.
Please do that.
Yeah.
We could write a few more questions for the interns.
Yeah, what do you get
Who
when
has
you guzzle
balls to go
down
down
sweets?
Fucking...
Remember Nick, the kid who insulted
Oh,
everybody?
Nick
with
is
his...
all right. Yeah,
Yeah.
This is an assignment for Nick.
Send Niedermeyer. He's a sneaky little shit like you. Animal.
Here's how you get them to come onto the sidewalk. What you do is you set up a little stand and a sign that says candy. And they'll come over to get their little free butterscotch candies. And then you just ask them questions. Here.
Oh, shit. We got a little person on the line.
I could always...
are they mad?
Oh, no.
Are they mad?
Let's apologize.
All right, hold on. Let's get to this. Let's get to the end of this. Bob and Buffalo, just hang tight.
Get down and let's go. I mean, I feel like it's very offensive to me.
Sure.
And if Donald were here right now, I'd like to challenge him to a wrestling match right here. Donald Trump. I would.
You would?
Because on his last show, The Celebrity Apprentice.
Oh, that's right. They use that word.
So,
exactly.
Donald, this is Charles Stebbins. I challenge you to a wrestling match anytime you're ready, bud.
They don't even have passion in what they believe in. She goes, oh, that's right. He did use that word. Like, oh,
he did.
yeah.
Like, she doesn't
Because
know
it was
it
an
was a big deal.
afterthought.
Well,
to
you
her
know,
even.
Like when Al Sharpton goes out there, he normally challenged people to wrestling. He doesn't protest. He challenges
yeah.
people to wrestling matches.
And come on, really? Do you think the guy could have beat an average-sized person?
Midgets sometimes make extraordinary wrestling.
Sure they do.
Really? Low
Dink-
center of gravity.
Dink the Clown.
Dink the Clown.
Dink the
Eats
Clown.
balls.
Yeah.
They run
What?
into your legs.
Tiger Jackson.
Oh, you're talking about
Lord
professional-
Littlebrook?
Yeah.
Lord Littlebrook? Lord Littlebrook?
Littlebrook.
Oh,
He was a Native
That's
American.
silly. Oh, he was?
little
a Native
person.
American
Yes, in a
fidget?
mohawk and
Right.
everything.
He can only get it to drizzle.
Why are you surprised at that? There was a lot of drinkers in that
Okay.
in that society. All right, here's Frank and a
Oh,
surprise.
Frank was shorter, huh?
And a little surprise at the end of this
Yes.
for Sam.
All right, we're here at the Little People Convention with Frank. Frank, what's the haps?
the haps of the convention? Everything's.
All right, that's still Charles.
No.
You talked to one guy.
Yeah, what
you
is
lazy
that?
fuck.
These are 3 different guys.
No.
Yes, they are.
One guy.
It's not one guy.
All right, we're here at the Little People Convention with Frank. Frank, what's the haps?
What's the haps of the convention? Everything's going on. Sightseeing, mingling. There's a lot of sports and meeting women.
Some people seem to be using this as a place to try to get people to stop using that M word. Is that something that you agree with?
Absolutely. It's one word we still, out of everything in the entire English dictionary, there's just one word we don't like being called. And it's an upward battle to get people to know that's just not appropriate.
Thank you, cunt.
We have our...
Unfortunately, the group only has one authorized media representative here today.
Okay.
I can't allow you guys to be on property interview.
Okay.
Okay, I apologize.
Only
What is
one
that
media rep?
Bullshit.
Bullshit. You
What
could've
is that bullshit? Freedom of the press, you motherfucker.
You silly little geese.
You know what? Now we go back.
Now
and do the
you got us
doopity-doo
mad.
question.
Yeah. Now we get nasty. You little fuck.
Yeah. Someone's suggesting that we
We're going to war.
send Iraq dressed as Snow White.
Gather everyone up.
Can we get a Snow White fucking costume for Iraq?
For Iraq, of course
One
we
guy
can.
is Snow White, another guy is Willy Wonka.
Oh, that's you got to get a green Oompa wig. Just talk.
Oh God, we got to go back.
What a scene we would cause.
Yeah.
You know how mad they get?
Yeah, they get so mad.
So you get a few shin bruises.
Yeah.
You can
what
handle
can they
shin
possibly do?
Let's
Punch you in the balls. Wear a cup.
Someone's saying that Donald Trump did not say midget.
No.
That's not what the little people said.
Whatever.
What do they know?
And Mike the Trucker saw the midget Western movie. Someone turned me onto that movie years ago.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, where they're riding little ponies. And
It's all right. Let's go to Bob in Buffalo, who's a little fella.
Hey there, Bab.
Hi, little fella.
Yeah. How are you?
Oh, come on.
Coochie.
I don't see why there's so much hatred toward us little people. And yes, the M word is, if not as bad, worse than the N word.
We don't hate little people. We're just having some fun.
Really?
We kind of had the same break with the N word.
Why is it worse than the N word?
Yeah.
And the F word and whatever
Yeah.
other word out there we're
we
supposed
as
to
little
not say
people
anymore.
don't throw it around every day.
That's right.
Dude, I don't even think about you guys on a daily basis.
Yeah, until we see one.
And then we go, holy shit, look at that midget.
Okay, that's offensive.
Yeah.
I understand that this is a comedy show,
Yes.
Yeah.
Supposed to be.
but you don't understand when you're hurting people's feelings. And you've hurt
Yeah.
my feelings today.
Guys.
I don't think you're real, by the way. Give us a good frunk.
Anthony?
Give us a good frunkus. I know it. I knew he wasn't a real fidget.
You know
He
how
didn't
you
have
can
the
tell?
voice.
He was.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Fellas.
Here's how we knew you were lying, because you were listening and talking. Usually they have to hold the phone with both hands and move it down for their mouth. There's always that delay.
Oh, God damn it. Hey, when are you going to get the... I'm sorry, buddy. Hey, when are you going to get to Buffalo, Jimmy?
I'm actually going to get to Buffalo before the end of the year, hopefully before the winter.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Rochester wants you
guys
too.
Fucking
Badly.
kick ass. I've been listening to you. I'm 22. I've been listening to you when I was fucking ninth
Inches?
grade on the radio, 92.9.
Nice.
Love you guys. I'll let you go.
Thank you, fake midget.
Thank you, Bobby.
Godspeed.
Bob and
guys,
Buffalo.
You guys kick ass. Keep up the good work.
All right.
Impersonating a midget. How dare he?
Fake little person.
So,
Yeah.
Sam, are you willing to go back?
I'm willing to send someone back.
Ah.
Why, are you a little
He's gonna
nervous?
delegate
Can't you be on the
responsibility.
outskirts?
They don't come on the outskirts. I tried it. Like, they really don't leave the property. We were hanging out at the side or right
You were
across the
hanging
street.
out right on the line?
Yeah, they don't leave the property.
And they
go,
would inch up to the line?
No, yeah,
Aw.
they would go from the courtyard onto their buses, where they would just take
All right,
them
where
off.
the
to
buses
little
going?
buses.
I don't know. I didn't follow the buses.
Did a bunch of them get in one and then just pile out?
Circus music playing.
Yes.
What is circus? Yeah, that would be great if you pulled up your car outside, just bop bop ba da 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 bop ba da da bop da 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 da. They would be so angry.
They come out. Here comes 1, 2, 3. Wow, look, they're all piling out of the car. 7, 8, 9. How many are in there?
That'd be so demeaning.
And they just walk in like fast motion, round in circles.
I
No
think
apparent reason to live.
if I was the head of the Marriott, I would only allow them to take 3 steps forward before they have to spin gaily in a circle for my amusement.
And those curly shoes, kind of almost goose stepping with them. And their hands moving funny.
You have to dance everywhere in the hotel.
Yes.
They have very little knee mobility.
Very little knee mobility?
Yes.
Yeah, their knees don't bend very well.
Their legs are so
Don't need
short.
to.
Yeah.
They're calling E-Rock's not even here. Instead of calling him Snow White, they're calling E-Rock Snow Wide.
Snow White.
SFP fucking rules.
Where is he?
Oh, I don't know. Getting nervous about something, I'm sure. Let's say hi to Todd.
Oh my God, it's midget Michael Jackson.
Perfect.
Little
It's
Michael.
perfect
And he
for
just
the day.
picked up a.
We just call him Little
pulled
Michael
up
Jackson.
little mini Michael Jackson.
Beat it. 'Cause that's what you say when they show up.
Oh, yeah.
Funny.
Oh shit!
Let's say hi to
abort it. Just abort it. Woo!
Here comes E-Rock. Look at E-Rock.
Oh wow!
Sweating. Yeah.
He's moonwalking, little feller.
You have bad genes, and not all right.
All right, you know what? Not bad. I like that. Let's say hi to Todd in Jersey. Todd.
What's up, boys?
Hey.
Send somebody down there with a box of Munchkins and offer them free donuts.
Oh God! See, that would upset. They'd probably be pissed at that.
Well, I would think yes. I would think Munchkins is because they would get the connotation that you're comparing them to a donut hole.
Just throw them at them.
Okay,
Like
so
throw
Probably
Munchkins at
they
them.
probably don't like Munchkins.
I wouldn't think
about it.
so
Right.
because that's definitely
They
the
should play
meaning.
dodgeball with
derogatory.
Munchkins.
They'd be jumping
That'd
over them
a great
like
new
Donkey
sport.
Kong.
Here's Nick. Nick will fucking do it. This kid is a lunatic. Look
Yeah,
at him.
Nick
Yeah?
will do it.
Nick will do it.
Nick is crazy.
Nick's not crazy. He just enjoys insulting people.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Like he's the one who went out on the street when we played all the
Look
intern
like the
audio
type.
and just
Yeah.
pointed out that people look like shit and asked the old lady if she was getting
Look,
wet.
dancing black midgets.
Okay, they would be little black people.
Wow, that is something.
Black little people.
That's right. I'm sorry. You're right. Jim.
Little black people. Black little people.
You're right.
Little
I'm sorry,
people.
Jim.
Little people who happen to be black.
Brad in Atlanta wants E-Rock to dress as Dorothy. And then this guy, Phil in Florida, my family plays a midget game. Phil?
What is a midget game?
I mean, we're professionals. I've got a daughter that attends a prestigious university. I've got a daughter that goes to a great high school. But we play this stupid game, and we have to point out midgets. And once you start thinking about them, they are everywhere. Every time
Really?
you turn your corner, oh, my God. Every time you turn your corner, there's another one there.
Where do you live? Love Canal?
Yeah.
I've never seen a midget
Guy is
walking around my neighborhood.
He's a block from the 3 Mile Island.
Yeah.
Guy failed to tell us that he's 8 foot tall.
They're everywhere you go.
Yeah.
They're everywhere,
Yeah.
following us around.
They shouldn't be made to feel isolated.
That a boy.
That a boy, Sam. As a black man, you understand.
Well, technically, I'm not black, but
Technically, sure. We'll accept that.
Oh, that's a good idea. Can anybody talk like Ricardo Montalban? And does anyone have a white suit?
they would be so offended.
Would they?
Yeah, they would find that
And then
very
just
offensive.
only ask them, could you please say deplane, deplane?
Please point us in the direction of the nearest plane.
Let's say hi to Dave in Florida. Dave?
Hey, yeah, I'm originally from a little town up in Ohio, from right outside of Cincinnati,
Mm-hmm.
and there was an area up there called it was Coleraine Township, and there was a little area called Munchkinville, and all the houses were chopped, and you had small vehicles. They had like chopped buses.
Sorry, bro. We're looking at
Sorry, man.
We're looking at
Danny is
midget videos right
finding
now.
a bevy of midget videos.
They have little cowboy hats.
Now there's little cowboys dancing
Aw.
around some hot chick who wants no part of this. He is cunt high on her.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh shit! Now he's
Her
going between her
legs.
legs.
That's crazy.
Oh great! Now his
Yeah.
hair smells like trout.
Yeah, he's got his little glasses on. He looks like fucking, what's his name? Who's that announcer? Betsy. Fuck Betsy in the ass. That's what he
Oh
looks like.
yeah. It looks like a miniature version
He came
of
out the other
Pat,
side.
Pat.
Came out the other side with greasy hair.
Pat.
All right. We lost that guy. Why don't we-
Pat O'Brien, yeah.
Pat O'Brien.
Oh, look
Tiny
at him.
little Pat O'Brien.
Tiny little Pat O'Brien. He gets another dress. He just jumps up and his head gets stuck.
Oh, going back into something he never should have came out of.
We just
Creep.
check out For Your Height Only clips on YouTube. For Your Height Only.
I breakdancing midget.
Be breakdancing little people, I think.
He never should have.
It's no reason to be so mad.
I know. It's funny. If you've ever wondered, people have probably been around hospitals. They've always wondered why. Like whenever a midget's there and someone pushes, someone's pushing a sonogram. A sonogram machine, the midget will just start going, boo, boo.
Oh, shit. The hell is this midget kung fu?
Little kung fu.
Oh, midget kung fu. Wow. He's a daring little guy.
That's right.
We'll go to break.
That's fantastic. Look at those little fucking Vienna sausage fingers. God.
It's a tiny little hat.
Yeah, that is a tiny little hat. Oh, and he does like an odd job thing with his hat.
Oh, he's great.
Such a small coat.
Yes.
Everything's so little on them.
I know.
I don't get it.
That's why they call them little people.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow, they're kicking ass.
Doing karate.
That would
karate
never
chops.
happen. You could kick a midget so easily.
Oh, yeah.
Were you looking at him going like, if any shit starts, I know I got this
I
covered.
talked to intern Evan went down with me, and I talked to him and said, look, if any of these guys get physical or anything or they get pissed off, give them one shot and then just boots. Just lift up
just
your foot.
boots.
And
Now it's all boots.
Just start kicking. Just
Yeah.
boots everywhere.
You have to fight them the way you'd fight ants at a picnic. Just jump up and down.
All right, we go to break. Nick DiPaolo's here.
Where's Nick?
We were supposed to do a short break and get him in here. I apologize to Nick. We
No
just did an
pun
hour and a
intended.
half. Hour and a fucking half. As people start showing up at the Staples Center. Live on CNN. Showing the people arrive.
Good luck.
It is going to be a zoo today.
Have fun.
I'm sure Nick will have some opinions on this whole Michael Jackson thing. And you're going back somehow, some way there, Sam?
Well, yeah, I'll write some questions.
All right. Hey, we have a WWE prize pack. I don't know what it is. Just give us a call. We'll give you one.
Oh,
Can I call?
They need a plug or anything?
What do they get with it? What is it?
I don't know. Cool shit from the WWE for real.
Yeah, they have a whole package. It's like a bunch of DVDs and a board game, and it's actually good DVD. It's like a Ric Flair DVD.
All right, so clear the lines and let
Like you
people
said,
call
good.
for the WWE
I
shit.
did. I did say good.
All right.
And I stand by that.
Woo! No plug needed?
Oh, wait, one. Hang on.
What plug? Subscribe. Oh, this thing. Yes. Yes, this is cool. The best classic and current wrestling from the world's largest wrestling library.
Oh, yeah.
To subscribe, call 1-888-WWE Classics. There you go. But just call for a WWE prize package. Nick DiPaolo next.
This is good.
We just heard a Richard Cheese song, and on our phones, Richard Cheese.
Yes.
Good evening.
Our friend.
Hi, Richard.
How
Hi,
are you,
Mr.
Richard?
Cheese.
It has been so long, and it's an honor. And I forgot that Michael Jackson was mentioned in the Shitnik song.
Oh, right. Yes, of course.
So there you go. The
So-
song's timeless.
Now it's going to be me and that Republican senator getting all the heat today.
Yes.
Peter King.
He is the
Yeah.
dead shit dick.
He's smart. That's going to help him.
Your phone sucks there, Richard.
You know, it does, and it's actually because I'm in Manhattan, like less than, I don't know, a quarter mile from you guys. And cell phones.
What do you have, an
cell phones are
iPhone?
great.
Do you have an iPhone?
No, actually, it's just some Verizon something.
Aha, Jimmy.
Good.
Yeah.
No, you can't get phone service 2 blocks from this building. It's only Midtown Manhattan. That's why would you need phone service?
Why?
Yeah.
You're doing a gig tonight, right?
Tonight, we are playing in Brooklyn at the Music Hall of Williamsburg, and this is our first time ever playing in Brooklyn, and it's going to be swinging. And I'm so grateful for you guys putting me on this morning and making me get up this damn early.
Well, is this your last? Is this your last show in New York?
You know, it really is. We've been, saying that we're retiring and ending the shows and all that, but this is really it.
Why are you
Because,
retiring, Richard?
Yeah, it's a funny act, man. I mean,
what's up
you
with
do these songs, you do metal songs, you do all these songs like in that kind of swinging. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Honestly, I love doing it, but man, I'm getting too old for this.
Why? It's not a very strenuous thing. You're just kind of singing.
Are you an action movie star?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm getting too old for this shit.
Not like you're teamed up with Mel Gibson.
Are you saying you got a bullet in your future?
You know, I'm telling you, actually, I'm trying to do something a little different. Next year, we're coming back with a Hawaiian band and doing all Hawaiian exotica tiki versions of rock and rap songs.
All right.
Oh,
So,
okay.
But this is going to be the last time we're doing it with a lounge swing jazz trio, and the new album is going to be called Lava Palooza when that comes out next year.
Nice.
Oh,
Very
It's gonna be
cool.
great. Because, you know, there's so many great songs that are all about the tropics, like Paradise City by Guns N' Roses and
Yes.
Gangsta's Paradise by Coolio.
Of course.
So, but right now we're doing the show in Brooklyn. It's going to be my original lounge trio, Bobby Ricotta and Frank Fetta, and our new bass player, Skip Neufchâtel.
What time is the show tonight? Where can people get tickets?
Tickets are at richardcheese.com, and you can also walk up to the Music Hall box office today. And we doors open at 8, and there's a really hot chick opening for us named Natalie Gelman.
What does she do?
And you know what? I don't even listen to what she does.
She sticks trombones up her cunt.
Can we see a picture of it, Danny?
I mean, that's a talent.
Hey, have you had any copyright problems because you're doing other people's material, like even though you're being silly with it, or no?
No, it's actually, we just send them a royalty check, and they seem to be very happy.
Oh, you do send them a check?
Yeah, you don't have to get permission for doing cover songs. But,
nice.
And it's not really like we're doing much with them, because, I mean, we've sold maybe 12 or 15,000 units of any one of our CDs. So.
Who made more money, you or Disturbed, for the song you did for Dawn of the Dead?
Oh, my God, we made very little on that.
Yeah?
I think we got paid a flat fee, and
Oh.
I would have loved to have gotten a dime off of any CD or DVD sale from that. You know that guy Zack Snyder, though? He directed Dawn of the Dead, and then he did 300.
Yep.
And there was no Richard Cheese song on that.
No, that would be a little hard to put a Richard Cheese song in 300.
Yeah, and then he did that big cartoon movie a couple months ago, the Watchmen.
Right.
And I wasn't in that, so I'm really mad.
Which Disturbed song, man? I didn't see.
Get Down with the Sickness.
Oh, that's great.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah,
Nice.
that was on the Dawn of the Dead soundtrack.
Yeah, that was good.
We actually, the guys in Disturbed are fans. The guy, the bass player and the lead singer with the creepy piercings, he loves it.
This was a good scene. It was just the whole montage of them kind of around the mall and trying to just kind of get into surviving and having a little fun where they can. And with this song playing in the background, it's just great.
Richard, you should have done a couple songs for us on the show.
I should have what, a couple songs for you?
You should have done a couple songs for us today.
Well, the band got into town late Sunday. We were in Bangor, Maine, which, by the way, do not go to Bangor, Maine.
Why?
Well, it's it's Bangor, Maine.
Stephen King likes it.
Yeah.
Well, we couldn't even get a minivan up there. They will not let you rent any vans up there because of that. So weird.
Yeah, because, they run into Stephen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we came in on Sunday, and I was going to try and bring the band into your show yesterday morning, but I guess you guys were out last week.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
We ended up, today would have been great, but I couldn't get the guys together today because we have to do the show tonight.
All right.
Those lazy bastards.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're lazy. I can't believe I'm up right now.
No.
But honestly, I thank you guys so much for having me on, and our new CD actually includes some Opie and Anthony on it. And I hope you guys will not sue me, but we have a little montage called RC on the Air, and in the middle of one of the tracks on the CD, the new Viva La Vodka CD, there's a little clip of us on your show.
Nice, man. Thanks for the props.
Well, thank you, and thank you for supporting us for all these years. You guys have absolutely been the nicest guys to us, and it's because of you that we have so many fans on the East Coast,
Well, you're one of those guys that doesn't take no for an answer, so what can I tell you?
Well, next year we won't be so pushy.
No, we'd love to see the new act, Richard. We got to go because, honestly, the phone is so-so. So we'll get you in studio soon, but tonight is the big night. The Music Hall of Williamsburg in Brooklyn, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it.
And you go to richardcheese.com for tickets, and I'm very entertaining, the live show, extremely entertaining. So I suggest people go and check it out tonight.
Yeah, we'll try and do Shit Dick tonight. Hey, can we put Shit Dick out on our new album?
Hell fucking yeah.
Feel free.
Right.
Just give a little Opie and Anthony mention.
Well, of course, you guys are in the track. I can't edit you out.
Oh, I see. Yeah, do that, please.
Or can I?
You'll be hearing from my lawyer.
Yeah. Give me the CD of that, and I'll put it on our master. That'll be fantastic. That album will be out in October.
Okay. All right, cool, man.
I love you guys.
Mr. Cheese, thank you, sir.
It's a pleasure,
Good night.
man.
Thank you. Good night.
All right. Richard Cheese,
Continued
everyone.
success.
Yeah, the live show is great.
Yeah.
It really is. The fucking guy's got a lot of talent. And then he sings songs you know.
Yep.
In a way that's very unique.
And entertaining.
Different. That's right.
I like this noise, by the way.
I hated it.
I've been doing it the whole time.
You know what the biggest problem is here? I've just noticed this.
We're all gay.
I have to ask for my sandwich during the show. That way, when the commercial comes around, then I could eat. But I ask for the sandwich during commercials, so that when it comes,
you're
now we're in the show.
You're on your phone through the entire show. You can't send one message to the big goof. That's what I do. Big goof, get
you
me
know what it
cereal.
is? I don't even think about it.
Then that's
But
the
now
that's the
that's the
solution.
key.
It's a quick thing. Big goof, get me a sandwich. Need it as we go to break. It'll be sitting there waiting.
That's the key.
And let's get into.
I can't let it sit here because then the cheese coagulates.
Let's get into some Reverend Al. So Reverend Al was on
Reverend
his radio show, and
Ugh. This guy's using this Michael Jackson as a tool.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, we're your official Michael Jackson memorial station.
Yeah.
I hope you know that.
Mm-hmm.
While the other guy does tired interviews from 10 years ago.
Stay here for all the details.
I can't wait for what day will it be? Like July 18th or something? Everybody was asking me for my opinion on Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah?
Were they? You missed the whole fucking thing. Jesus.
Kind of a big story.
Kind of a big one to be out
Not worse
for.
than being off when a
By
big
the way,
story breaks.
Good news for SiriusXM.
Oh.
Hope they're listening down the hall because they only listen, I guess, when we're beating up the company. But here we are giving them something nice.
Mm-hmm.
The SiriusXM app went over 1 million downloads.
Yeah.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Yes. Last I heard, it was 500,000, and out of nowhere, it's now up over 1 million downloads for the SiriusXM app.
Can they contact people and just have the fucking? Can't they just change the virus thing to say Opie Anthony? Can't they just do that? It's that. It's simple.
Never. Won't happen.
Name recognition.
Won't happen.
It might.
No.
Someday, when they see it our way.
Well, like I said, it'll never happen.
We could turn this whole company around. Just see it our way. Simple as that. SiriusXM app available now.
It's actually very
for
good
your
app.
iPhone, and there's over 1 million downloads already. I was going to say 1 million people, but that might be misleading because maybe some people are downloading a few for their. Well, no. What do you think?
You want to download one to your phone, but maybe people, some are probably pre-existing customers, some are not.
I would say that 1 million downloads of the SiriusXM app actually means more people than 1 million.
Yeah. More than 1 million.
Well, you got a couple. They got one iPhone, maybe. I don't know. And they're both using the iPhone now to listen to their SiriusXM. Or you put in your car with that little iPhone jack, and now the whole family's listening to something. I don't know.
That's a huge fucking. The app is actually very easy to use.
Right. See? A little love for the company today. See?
But it's true.
See
I would
what
make
we
fun
do?
of it if it was terrible. It's actually an excellent app.
What do they do for the BlackBerry? I know you can listen to SiriusXM on the BlackBerry, but it's more of a pain in the ass or something, right?
Yeah, you need a string and a can, and then you put it in front of a working XM.
Dude, I'll be honest with you. I will be honest with you. I went into my cell phone store yesterday, and I said, please help me out. I'm getting killed with my BlackBerry because the fucking video sucks compared to the iPhone video. What could you do for me? And I got to tell you, my cell phone guy that I kind of...
Are in love with.
Kind of like.
Kind
of like.
Change the story completely, Jimmy.
No. Would that be awful if you just came out of the closet and said, I'm getting a divorce and I'm marrying the cell phone guy?
Big unclipped Indian dick.
Yeah. Good old cell phone guy. He said that I'm pretty much fucked. The
Really?
next BlackBerry's coming out maybe in time for Christmas. Maybe.
Cool.
So I got the video that's not as good as the iPhone video. Very disappointing.
iPhone's great.
Very disappointing.
I'm getting the new iPhone video. Everyone's been asking me, Jim, when?
When, Jimmy?
No one's asked me.
When
I want someone to ask
No, we're not asking right now.
Please ask.
No one's asking.
So we're your official Michael Jackson radio show.
Yes.
Elizabeth Taylor?
We're playing Password. Fat.
Insane.
Wigged.
Infirmed.
Irrelevant.
Not going to the memorial.
Nope.
One of Michael Jackson's best and dearest friends. Not going to
Not
the
going.
memorial because she says, God bless her, Jackson wouldn't have wanted me at the memorial.
Why?
Because she
They're
doesn't.
not friends anymore?
She's a fat white cracker.
She doesn't feel like she should be mourning Michael Jackson's loss in front of millions and millions of people around the world.
Why? That's the way she fucking touted their friendship.
Oh, shit, Jimmy, you did not say that.
That bitch walked around hand in hand with that motherfucker.
Motherfucker!
Back when
No, you
he was
didn't.
popular and
Yeah.
could do something for her.
Where were you when his fingers smelled like Macaulay?
Oh, shit.
Exactly.
Can you do it in the jive, please?
Oh, damn. What the hell you doing? Jimmy, you didn't go there, no. Friday.
Do you know what I heard? I heard that fat Ofe ain't going to Michael's memorial.
No, you didn't.
I spit all over the motherfucking microphone.
No, you didn't.
That was me wiping a piece of turkey off the microphone.
You got some jive turkey on that. Oh, jive turkey.
I'd hate to be called a jive turkey.
Oh, so would I. I call it the JT word. I don't like it.
Imagine at the Staples Center as everyone's outside the Staples Center waiting to go in. Somebody shows up with a dump truck and just dumps Michael Jackson's body and says, "Will someone please take care of this?"
Yeah, here you go. Celebrate.
Right.
Well, you imagine if the memorial was all music that every one of them will hate. Like, imagine if Disturbed was the only band that played, and then Merciful Fate came out. People would be like, after like the third song, boo, boo, boo.
If I was the LAPD, I would just, after everyone gets inside, lock the doors and arrest everyone for something.
They're probably beating up half the people in that crowd.
Yeah, the LAPD is a no-nonsense kind of crew. What are you doing, Jimmy?
Pinching my fat and wishing I just had the courage to finally do it.
Everyone's talking about the BlackBerry tour. That is the reason why I went into the cell phone store. I said, "Holy shit, the tour, and my video sucks, and the iPhone video's good, so I'm in, right?" And the guy goes, "The tour is basically the phone you got for Verizon.
You know what?
Not much different."
I love the way they just put a different name on BlackBerry. Hey, it's the BlackBerry this
Storm
and that
Bowl
and that.
tour.
The iPhone doesn't do that. It's the iPhone.
You know why the tour? Anyone?
I actually do know.
Get ready to give yourself a bail.
Because it can do roaming.
Because it was ripped? Tour.
Oh, no, it's different, I think.
I heard that it has something to do with U2 going on tour. Is that true?
Oh, really? There's a tie in there?
There's a little
They
promotional
stop with
tie-in.
you too. Fucking enough already with them. Right, get the iPod. It's got the U2 songs on it. We get it. They're popular.
Jimmy, I'm a
Yes.
huge U2 fan. And I must say, I bought the U2 CD at Starbucks because it's right there while you're ordering
sure,
a latte.
as it should be.
I mean, I can't help myself. Whatever music they are offering, I buy at
Why
Starbucks.
wouldn't you just go online and go to the iTunes store on your phone and just go ding, ding, ding and download it in seconds?
How
and
do
then
I
you
play
got
it in
right
my car?
there? You pop it in your adapter.
Yeah, but I got the CD. I popped that right in my car.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I have an adapter for that shit in my car.
I don't use a
Or
CD
do
player. I don't
know
even
if
think I have
do.
a CD player in my car.
But the point I'm going to make is, I think I'm finally out with U2. Fucking album
Done.
blows.
Done.
And you're not hearing it on the radio.
What's the song off?
No, they're not getting any
You know
airplay
what?
on this one.
I don't know.
That shows right there.
I forgot what the first song was that they pumped out, and then I listened to the rest of the album, and I'm out.
See now?
I don't know. I'm a music guy. I don't know.
See now?
Do we have any U2 in the new one?
What's the name of it, Danny?
I think you're talking about Get On Your Boots.
Oh, right. Get on your boots. I did know that, but it just kind of left me.
Is that a song?
Yeah.
How's it go?
Get on your boots. Boots.
You got no boots on. Get on your boots.
Boots.
You're currently bootless.
It sounds terrible.
It's. I don't
Like
know.
Sabbath. Enough with this.
With the fuzzy guitars? They're trying to do a little fuzzy guitar thing.
Again, another song that sounds like Wang Chung's Oh, no, the other one. Wild Wild West.
Oh, Wild Wild West, right. Oh, no, we did this break already.
Yeah. Did we?
Yeah.
And this was
I
the
just
song?
realized we did, yeah. We're like, fucking, they're ripping off Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
Escape Club, by the way.
Right, Escape Club. Very good, yes.
Thank you, sir.
Government.
His voice sounds good.
Serious advertisement on FoxNews.com, and Opie and Anthony is pretty well represented.
Good.
All right, the new U2 single is called Magnificent. Thank you to Puddle of AIDS. He's good for one or two a day.
Yeah. Odd
Let's
name.
hear Magnificent. And then we got to get into this Reverend Out thing. And then we got to get the fuck home because we got to watch this Staples Center shit. So we're well informed for tomorrow's show. While the other guy takes another day off and throws something down his listeners' throats that no one gives a shit about. Oh, did I say that? Oh, fuck, I got a paddle. Damn it!
Paddle. I got to
Hey,
keep
man.
the paddles out.
If we're going to be the workhorses, we got to represent. We're representing with the Michael Jackson stuff around the clock. All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You think we'll get in trouble for that?
Yes, we will.
Why? They got 1 million downloads for the Sirius XM app.
Doesn't matter.
Everyone's happy right now.
Hope the stock is doing well.
We'll still get in trouble. Stock was actually
All right.
up.
Yeah, I know.
I'm really sorry for what I just
I
said.
wish I would have bought it.
For real.
I bought it at 15. I should have bought it at 6. I'm such a faggot.
That's good, though.
This is Magnificent?
No, it's not, actually.
Yeah, it's not Magnificent. You're right. All right, let me think if I would like this. So I don't even remember hearing it when I was tracking through the album.
It's kind of... You can tell it's you, too.
Yeah, you got the
Got that-
U2. You got the Edge thing happening.
The Edge.
It just doesn't pop.
It's no celebration.
It just doesn't pop.
No, I'm not feeling this one.
What a snooze fest.
I'm not feeling it. It doesn't have that. It's not rocking.
I'm supposed to be the guy defending. I can't defend it.
It's a snooze fest.
I can't fucking defend it. Where's the hook?
Yeah.
You always play a song to the hook.
Well, now we got to wait for it.
All right.
Here it is. I'm not feeling it.
Ah, fuck it. Fade out.
It's not Vertigo.
It's Drek.
I can't defend this.
Complete Drek.
You know what, though?
It doesn't pop. The
Let me
song's
tell you
gotta
something.
pop.
Let me tell you something about you, too.
Yep.
They do that sometimes. They'll put out a fucking lemon, and all of a sudden you're going, lemon. They'll put out a lemon, and then the next album will be like, holy shit, this rocks.
Last two were great.
Yeah, see? So they put out a third one, and it kind of blows.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I'm sad now.
Go to notu2.com, by the way. Joe's
Right.
got a gig coming up, I believe, Friday.
Right on.
Big one.
Is he playing the new stuff, or is he kind of blowing it off?
No, they play a little like everything.
Maybe
there's probably like
the
one
Boots-
new thing or
the
something.
Boots song,
yeah,
probably.
But he does a yeah. Well, give me that info on that show because he said kind of push this one for him. I think it's Friday.
This Friday?
Is it this Friday?
July.
Yeah, Dix Hills. Yeah. It's the 2U 3D multimedia show, by the way.
Fuck, awesome.
Which he did this whole thing where, he's got the screen behind him, where U2's playing up on the screen, and they're playing the exact songs on the stage. So you're kind of seeing the videos and live footage and stuff. Joe did a pretty damn good job with that. But it is at the Dix Hills. It's Dix Hills, New York. What's the name of the place?
Dix Hills Performing Arts Center.
Dix Hills Performing Arts Center.
Real audiences.
Oh, yeah. And that would be Friday, July 10th. Everything keeps going away. I can't see anything.
Joe needs to work on his website a little
Work
bit.
on his website. Yeah. Joe does everything. Joe's the jack off all trades.
I guess for tickets, you can call 631 656-2148 if you're in the area
Yeah, there you go.
of Five Towns College, Dix Hills Performing Arts Center.
Yeah.
Cool.
There you go.
Yeah, if you're going to see not you two.
To
Wait,
You.
Two. What the fuck?
Yeah,
To You.
To you. Sorry. To you. This is the show. Definitely.
Yeah.
The 3D show.
Calls it the world's second best U2 show because they
That's
they know
crazy.
Who's the
that
best?
fir-
Is there a better cover?
Yeah, 3M. See, it's like 2U only. It's a number and a letter, and it stinks. And
This is going great.
be more funny. A boo crash. Wow.
Be more funny.
Exactly.
Reverend Al from his radio show, it's all about Michael Jackson. So, and Reverend Al has decided he needs to take care of Michael Jackson in death. I don't know why. Well, we do know why because
He's black, or he was at one point.
Ant sung about it many years ago, and it's still relevant today. The guy is just looking to get some FaceTime on the old TV.
But here's my point. Did Reverend Al come out in defense of Michael Jackson, or did he show up with Michael Jackson? Did he talk about Michael Jackson?
When all that other stuff was
When
going down?
anything was, I mean, during
really don't know.
any period of Michael Jackson's career, was Reverend Al attached to him?
Then at least you could say, well, he's been consistent.
Yeah, he's been consistent. At least he's been. This fucking
question.
opportunistic shithead dove into this head first. Big fat Reverend Al head first when he saw an opportunity to get that fucking face in front of the camera.
With that angry face.
Oh, what's that for? Where is that?
Not sure.
Is that after Michael Jackson died? Is he propping his body up? Weekend at Michael's with Reverend Al, starring Reverend Al. That looked somber. All right, he's there with Jesse Jackson and Michael Jackson.
I wonder if it's some kind of thing for James Brown.
Yeah, like maybe James Brown thing. I mean, I never heard him really speak up about Michael.
No.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah. So what did
That's
he say though about?
Yeah, let's do this. So
yeah, let's go to the tape.
You know, we got some tracks highlighted. This track isn't highlighted because it's the intro to his show. Out of curiosity, being a radio guy, I got to see how he intros.
Let's see how he goes.
Yeah.
Do you know what time it is? Yes, Al.
No, someone stole my
Sharpton
watch.
time. And for these next,
Are we gonna get in trouble because he's a? Who are we allowed to make fun of around here?
we
Could
can
someone
make
give me a fucking list?
We can make fun of Reverend now.
Just trying to have fun and entertain the people. I just realized he does a show over
doesn't
here.
matter.
Are we
We're
gonna get
fine.
in trouble?
No, we're fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
How did E-Rock tells me I'm fine? Really,
that's
Fatso?
good.
How do you know?
Yeah, because XM doesn't own his show. It's just provided as content to a channel that purchased some time on XM.
So it's just like you know.
Do I have to apologize to him now?
So let's say if
Yes.
somebody was doing a show on CBS and just piping it over here.
E-Rock, do I have to apologize to you?
Would be nice.
I'm so sorry that you're fat.
Oh, I knew that was coming.
next 3 hours, it's time to put aside all pretenses, deception, denial, or fronting. The time has come to keep it real. On
Really?
Keeping It Real with Reverend Al Sharpton.
You're keeping it real? Really?
He's keeping it so real.
Really? You're keeping it real?
I told you he got out of the elevator in my building with some hot chick.
Did he?
Yeah.
You squeeze her ass?
No.
Did you?
Why was he in your...
Did you fart?
Dude, you can't just say that.
Yeah, it's a while ago.
You're just saying what you saw, right?
Dude,
Why
he
would
got,
he be-
he got on the elevator with a hot chick.
Why would
it's the
he
truth.
be in your building with a hot chick?
I have no idea. I'll say this: they weren't holding hands or doing anything. He just got into the elevator with her.
For real?
How's that? I swear to God.
Who the fuck is that?
Some slender girl.
I don't know if that was a girl, Ed. Go back to that.
Was it a tranny?
I don't know, man.
I'll tell you. Let me see.
Oh, look, it's got a big cock in its hand.
Yeah, that'd be the giveaway.
Yeah, that would definitely
Yeah.
be.
I thought it was some tiny-breasted girl.
That's a fake head put on, by the way. They never look that good when they're no hormones.
Really?
Of course.
What do you think? He's a rookie, Ed?
Yeah, please.
You know
What do
something?
you think,
I
he's a
am
Buddhist?
talking to a professional.
What is this, day one of tranny school?
Right.
Get your head out of your ass, son.
Son.
What do you think? This is homeroom? Shut up.
Get your head and your ass wired together, or I will put giant unhormoned balls on you.
Reverend Al? No Sudoku.
It's got to be 5.
No Sudoku. Reverend Al, I want to hear the intro to his show.
It's actually not a bad intro.
Is it? Really?
Yeah, the music is good.
It's better than ours. Oh, sorry, Derek.
Right.
Really? Wow, something important's about to happen. I sit here every morning going, no, nothing important. It's really
Nope,
gonna happen.
just
Sounds
shit.
really important.
More
Reverend Al's-
watching the clock, hoping it's 10:30.
The Rev is keeping it real. That's the important part.
People are confused by our hours, by the way. Let me try to explain this. We go to 10:30 now. The reason is because we
want to get out earlier.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The accusations against Michael were proven in a court of law to be wrong. We have some that died that we never knew.
Could you stop it
whether the
immediately right now?
Well,
there have been allegations that have been proven wrong against other people who have been in racially charged cases.
Mm-hmm.
And Reverend Al doesn't just go, well, I went through court. It's fine. He goes, we need an independent commission, which, of course, means a shitload of angry black people to then investigate because he didn't like the way it went the first time around. What about that, Reverend Al? Everything's fine because it's Michael Jackson, who used to be a black guy?
He's gonna mention that because he keeps it real.
That's not keeping it very real, is it? When on one hand, if the person you're accusing of something is white and they go through a trial and are found innocent, there's still shit. You're still marching. You're still doing all your fucking race baiting. But then when it's a black guy, hey, he was acquitted. Leave him alone. You're a phony, double standard, lying sack of shit when it comes to your sincerity, and you're keeping it real. You don't keep it real. Fake!
We can't do this.
What's the matter?
I took the CD out.
No,
We're
I
not
gotta
doing
hear
this.
it.
No.
We made it through 3 seconds.
No.
I gotta hear it now.
But see, dude, people are enjoying my little bit, my little tiny little side bit.
What happened?
Redding just not Redding. Mark L from Florida. Wait, oh yeah, okay. Mark L from Florida just writes, "Hey now, good morning everybody. It's Monday, July 13th, and I just want to talk about Michael Jackson dying." Oh wait, that happened 3 weeks ago. Come on, how can they get mad at us for doing that?
Of course.
Are we gonna get in trouble for doing that bit?
No. We're fine.
Everybody, wherever I went, they were asking me, what's your thoughts on, were they, wherever you went? Come on, that's funny.
Well, it is.
I remember.
I know people are sensitive around here.
I remember certain individuals said that that's okay, but something else is not. Huh?
Yeah.
All right.
The accusations against Michael were proven in a court of law to be wrong. We have some that died that we never knew whether the allegations against them were true or not, but they were never covered and never given this kind of mammoth distortion and disparaging. And I, for one, am not going to sit by quietly and allow them to do this to Michael Jackson. And I've been out here, as you know, since last week, and I'll be here until it's all over with, standing up because I think it's right. Not because Michael Jackson was a musical icon. It's not because he was a friend of mine. I'm in L.A. for Michael Jackson like I was in Gina for Michael Bell, who nobody knew, because it's wrong. We cannot have a society, we cannot have a situation where we treat it differently and no one has the courage to stand up and say, hold it. You're not going to subject the legacy and memory of this man and his family's reputation to a different standard.
He was a kook.
To a different standard? A black-white standard?
This guy throws that fucking race card around at every turn. I can't stand him. He's a phony motherfucker.
Dude, to this day, they make Elvis jokes about just shitting himself and dying and the pills and the peanut butter and fucking banana sandwiches and all the other shit he was doing.
Michael Jackson
and they
tried
also
to buy the
acknowledge
office.
that he was an amazing performer.
Yeah, Michael Jackson
tried to buy the Elephant Man's fucking bones, and he paid $15 million to stop child molestation allegations. Come on, fucking stop it.
He paid $15 million to settle the case. Was one case he was acquitted on? Yeah, sure.
What about the other one?
What about the one he fucking settled for $15 million on? What about that one, Reverend Al? He hung his baby over a fucking balcony. He fucking, look at this shit. Hanging his baby over a balcony with a towel over its head. He wore masks everywhere he went.
He has white children like Madonna should.
Yeah, he has white kids. He hacked his face apart and then tried to turn white. This motherfucker was a weirdo. That's what people are saying. There's no real racial thing. No one is getting on Michael Jackson about his race.
No one
cares.
cares.
He's probably been the one black man, technically speaking, that has not been subjected to a lot of racial criticism. It's been criticism because of the allegations of child molestation and the fact that he is a freak. And then Reverend Al has to come out and play the goddamn race card like he was there for fucking Derek Bell and this motherfucker. Shut up. Shut up. It's not a race issue. Go to bed. Ugh. Just leave this situation. Not a race issue. The guy's being praised like fucking Jesus on every goddamn TV news show. Every news organization is covering this ludicrous fucking tribute to him. And Reverend Al's got a problem.
You're killing it. Absolutely. I just want to punch it up slightly. Cigars and scotch. You think Reverend Al Sharpton will be there for Gary Glitter when he dies?
Yeah.
Or will he just
allegations?
Or will he just acknowledge that he came up with one just amazing sports arena rock song?
What about Pete Townsend?
Right.
You know, Pete Townsend was just researching
damn
a book.
Jim Norton.
Jim Norton.
Redding from genericshow.com. I don't know what that is. I'm going to have to check that out. Everyone's asking me about my thoughts on Sarah Palin resigning as governor, and I want to get her on the show to ride the Sibian. It's just fun, right? We're just having fun.
Yeah, just having fun.
That's okay?
I put a yellow up sometimes. Just to be sure.
Everyone asks me, do they? Wherever I go, really. More Reverend Al?
Reverend Al. Yeah, because it infuriates me.
Come on, bring it on.
For this little black boy from a working class family to will to his mama and 3 kids that every time the Beatles songs are played and Elvis songs is played, it's going to be feeding Katherine Jackson. That is what makes them say, this is an outrage. This is unbelievable. They don't care about no moonwalk. They care about a bank walk. And I'm here to keep it real.
Well.
That's what I do.
You're not
Shop.
keeping it real.
Wait, what is he saying?
He's saying that. Here's what he's saying.
Yeah.
This fucking shitbag.
Yeah.
White people, because all we think about is blacks. That's all we think about
every day.
We're
about
angry
blacks right now.
because Michael Jackson has the rights to some Beatles stuff and some Elvis catalog.
Right.
So we all think about that. All we think about
is when we hear an Elvis song.
Elvis or the Beatles.
Or the Beatles, all we're thinking is, look at that. Michael Jackson's making some money on this, and now his mom's going to make money on this shit. And that's, you know something, Al? Keeping it real, Al? No one's fucking thinking about that.
No one gives a
fuck.
fuck.
No one fucking cares. Do you think, what do you think, Paul McCartney's fucking living in a tent somewhere? I think he's doing fine. Ringo could probably use some help.
Didn't Reverend Al get involved with the lacrosse players? What happened to those kids?
That was definitely Jesse Jackson. I don't know how involved
Did Reverend Al
Sharpton
get
was.
in there?
He's always getting his
Did he get in
fucking-
there?
He's always getting his big
Someone
fat
answer me.
California raisin head in that the fucking scene.
Sorry,
of course.
I get Jesse and Reverend Al confused, but they pretty much,
the same hypocrites.
they're always together. So I'm just wondering, was Reverend Al part of that? Because those
I think
lacrosse
he was.
players,
That one. I'm sorry. Yes.
their reputation was pretty fucked.
When he comes up and smears an innocent person's reputation, he never comes back and apologizes or says he was wrong, ever, ever. He's supposed to pay Stephen Pagonis all kinds of money, never paid him for slandering that man, destroying his career. based on a complete bullshit lie that everyone knew was a lie with Tawana Brawley. Two fucking pseudo lawyers got disbarred because of that whole thing.
Did they both get disbarred?
Mason and Maddox gone.
C. Vernon Mason and Alton Maddox.
Oh God, those fucking another couple of bullshit artists.
Low lifes.
Reverend Al wants to make it seem like that never happened. Well, you know, Al, people remember that. That's keeping it real. That's keeping it real. How forgiving of you from things people do years ago. None. You're none forgiving. So you know what? I'm not either. You're a race-baiting, racist motherfucker who just stirs the pot. You make things worse. You make things worse for black people. Oh, God, he disgusts me. He should not even be part of this.
You know what?
He's playing the fucking race card because Michael Jackson's dead. No one thought of him in that way. No one thought of Michael Jackson as, oh, God, this black guy. Or, oh, they're a racist who could give a shit about Michael Jackson.
You know what?
What? No, put it back in. I got to hear more of Keeping It Real.
Nope. Can't do it.
Because people don't have the courage.
Actually, you made a really you made a really good point there.
Courage.
Oh,
Michael,
face, ugh, dummy.
Michael,
I hate Twitchels.
Why? Twitchels did a good impression.
Did we play that yet?
No, I want to hear it.
I wish you'd do a fucking eternity-long Michael Jackson impression.
We'll do it going into break when we do take a break. But you do make a very good point. Something there hit me big time. Michael Jackson's been with us our
It's a
entire
turkey out of my tooth.
Michael Jackson's been with us our entire lives, and for the most part, I never thought about him as being black.
No,
because all that other stuff went way above his skin color and everything else.
Transcended skin color. The guy.
When you said that, I was like, you know what? I
weirdness.
never looked at him like, a black musician or black entertainer.
No.
All that, I didn't. It didn't even enter my mind.
Yep.
I didn't care. It was all that other crazy shit that I was
Exactly.
wrapping my arms around.
Yeah.
For
It was the
real.
crazy stuff, and then his music in the 80s was great. It wasn't like you were like, oh, this is black people music.
And I think
or
you
this
make a very good point with the Reverend Al saying that all we do as white people is think about black people.
Think about black people.
Dude, here's another thing.
No.
When Thriller hit MTV, I had no clue that was some major breakthrough. For real.
Yeah.
I thought it was a major breakthrough
Hindsight.
because the video was unlike anything we saw prior to that.
Mm-hmm.
And John Landis was the director, and it was a big thing. And they advertised that midnight or whatever the fuck it was, we're going to play it in its entirety, and it was 12 minutes long or whatever it was. That's all I was thinking. I wasn't thinking, holy shit, a black guy,
a black
is
man
making
is going
a
to-
major fucking breakthrough
what?
tonight.
No,
and that's the real answer. Never even entered my head.
That's keeping it real. But Reverend Al's career is based on racial hatred. His whole life, his livelihood, his money, everything he is based on the fact that white and black people do not like each other. And that keeps him working. And the more diverse this country becomes, the more people are able to get along with each other, racially throwing crap out the window, not caring anymore. The more people get powerful positions in this country that are more diverse, the more irrelevant Reverend Al becomes. And now he's at the point. This is an all-time low for Reverend Al, by the way. He's at the point where he is criticizing white people for something that just isn't being done.
Yeah.
No one's looking at Michael Jackson as a racist and going, oh, this fucking throw the N-word out there. It's not happening, Al. You're making this shit up to keep the hatred, to keep your job. Good work.
And the bottom line is to say that Michael Jackson's being viewed for the pedophilia charges. Hey, look, when you're accused twice of fucking kids, sorry, that follows you around.
It's going to follow you. And then when you pay off $15 million instead of going to trial with it, it's really going to raise some suspicions.
Absolutely.
That's what we're saying.
Very good. You want to talk about courage? Want to go back to courage?
Courage.
Courage. Used lad bag. Where the fuck have you been from
Wow.
Boston? We haven't heard from him in a while, he writes. The only courage Twitchell's needs is to pull the trigger once he gets the barrel in his mouth.
He does a great impression.
Courage.
Because he does the whole face and he's like, courage.
I'm not even going to
He
look
does
at
like the hands too. Like,
Oh.
Let me see it just for a second. Nick, please, we watch for a second.
Here it is.
Look at these people. I'm so sorry. You're leaving this beautiful studio, and that's a crime.
I can't look at that.
It's-
I
it's
can't
good.
look at him
It's
making,
really good.
making that face.
It's really good.
There's another one too where he's closer up.
We got to get a better better audio quality. Maybe E-Rock could work on that. Hey, let's continue here. All right.
Yeah.
Want to continue with this?
Yes.
All right.
Very angry.
Michael Jackson generates revenue for networks. Yes.
Yep.
Encourage black males to be like Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah?
That's what he's going to say here?
Cut off your African features and turn yourself white.
And
hang with kids.
Yeah.
Hang with kids and date only white women.
And never be seen with a black woman.
Ever.
Right.
Except for Diana Ross, but you wanted to be Diana Ross.
Well,
Try to get that done in the ghettos, Al.
Are you
All right,
out
look.
of your fucking mind, Reverend Al?
Look, young gentlemen, this is what we want from you.
Yes.
We want you to hang out with kids, get rid of all your black features,
Oh, God.
date nothing but white women, and emulate is the word? Emulate Diana Ross.
Yeah.
And also adopt have white kids.
Yeah.
Date Brooke Shields. Date Elvis Presley's daughter. Date only white girls and have only white children and have
Yeah.
white features. Okay, fine.
Right.
And your skin. And Michael says he didn't bleach, but I find that hard to believe.
I find it very hard to believe.
The ratings at CNN has gone above what it was during the inauguration.
No shit.
And when you start seeing the ratings war, it's business.
The inauguration of a black man, by the way, Reverend Al.
All right, I'm going to puke because Reverend Al is on CNN. He was on This Morning Live.
See?
So he understands this game, too,
Is he
for his
mad?
own benefit.
Yeah.
I mean, if he wanted to just get his word out, he could just pop on a little fucking webcam or something or tweet his thoughts on it. But he made
You
sure...
could come down to the compound.
Or come down to the compound.
Yeah.
But he made sure he got in front of as many people as humanly possible.
Right.
So what the fuck
That's
is he
his
talking
job.
about?
That's what he does.
War is business. Every network is coming out to do the funeral live with their anchors.
That's why you're
they
there.
don't do that unless there's ratings. It's big business.
Yeah.
And that's why I've said.
And that's why I'm on
I've
there.
said,
Say it.
Why
Say
are
it, Al.
y'all condemning
Oh,
this
you're not saying
man
it.
when this man generates this kind of revenue?
Oh my God! Get him on the fucking phone!
I don't think he'll talk
Why
on
are
the
you
phone.
condemning
on
this
the
man
phone!
when he generates that kind of revenue? You know who else generates a lot of revenue? Don Imus. Don Imus generates a lot of revenue. And by the way, he was generating revenue for a charity when you had him unceremoniously thrown off the air, dummy. This
Get
motherfucker.
him on the phone.
I really cannot stand this
Get
guy.
him on the phone. The reason the ratings are so massive is it's a combination of his talents. But
Yeah.
I would still say more because of all the freaky shit he was
shit
doing.
that's happened over the other
doing.
sleeping in the hyperbaric chambers. I mean, every fucking story. There was another lunatic thing this guy was doing, and people are fascinated by that. That's the attention.
That's what's generating a lot of these ratings. Maybe not all the ratings, but generating a lot of the ratings.
Yes. Yeah. This guy is.
You know why I'm watching this fucking thing today? Because I'm convinced something crazy is going to happen at that Staples
And you just
Center.
wanna say
like
it.
all of a sudden they just dump his lifeless body on the stage, or you know,
Wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility
or
with the
lower it
freak
down
show.
from the rafters.
Yeah.
I don't know, something crazy.
Wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility with the freak show that has been his life.
You think they're selling
So-
merchandise at the Staples Center today?
Of course.
You think they're going to have?
You know the merch that's going to be sold.
You think they're going to have commemorative
Yeah.
shirts on sale? Who's getting that money?
Do you think Reverend Al? Hey, Reverend Al, have you been up to Harlem? Our people went up there and saw Michael Jackson stuff being sold, being hawked on the streets by African American peddlers, selling his image and his memory for their personal financial gain. You got a problem with that? Do you? This guy is worse, or at least right on par with the likes of David Duke, any of the Grand Dragons, Grand Wizards.
Don't act like you can't name them.
Ku Klux Klan, who, yes, their names slipped my mind.
Really? How about you start with A?
Okay.
Jesus.
This guy he has the same racial hatred in his heart, and he knows that he will gain from it.
Mm-hmm.
He will only gain from perpetuating racial hatred, so that's what he does. He's not trying to heal. He's not trying to make things better between blacks and whites. Don't let this guy fool you. He is a liar. He is a vicious, vicious man.
Let's continue.
I've said, why are y'all condemning this man when this man generates this kind of revenue? Let's be clear. For a black child from Gary, Indiana, to be able to grab...
I'm sorry to keep stopping this, but why
have
are
to.
you condemning this man? Because it's bringing in the viewers.
Yeah.
It's bringing in the viewers.
Right.
So, don't try to fix something that's not broke.
Mm-hmm.
They know this is bringing in the viewers. They can't get enough of these crazy stories. They're interviewing whoever the fuck will come on that show to tell another crazy Michael Jackson story.
Exactly.
That's why, Reverend Al.
God, does this guy...
If they milk toasted and talk just about his talents, those ratings will drop.
Believe me, we've seen him moonwalk 1,000 times since he's died. We've seen him moonwalk. If they want to delve into other areas of his freakish life, which it was a freakish life, who builds a friggin' facade of the entrance to Disneyland in the middle of nowhere, calls it Neverland, and invites kids there to sleep in his bed, which he admitted to. That wasn't something that was alleged. He admitted that he slept in bed with children. Inappropriate for an old man to sleep in bed with children.
Are you talking to
Right?
yourself now?
Hold on.
Were you up late last
Uncle
night talking
Paul.
to yourself in the mirror?
I'm starting with the man in the mirror, Opie.
Oh, well.
People in glass cribs.
Really?
See?
Sound like one of
That's
those
what I'm
rants
doing.
that you have in your head. Oh, you know it's wrong. Oh, but it
Hey.
feels so good, right?
At least it was never a boy. All right, I got that going for me, which is nice.
You know what? Give me your fucking paddles. I'm red paddling your ass.
Red paddling me?
For your fucking... For
my statement?
Yes. I'm saving your ass.
Hey, wait a minute. And by the way, always legal, Anthony. For the past, 20 years.
That's your... what? That's your mantra?
Yes, always legal.
Anthony.
Always legal, Anthony.
If from now on, if you want to talk to Anthony on the Opie and Anthony show, you go, can I talk to always legal Anthony, please?
Yeah.
All right, why don't we continue with this? We're creating quite the rant for Breitbart today. Jimmy, make sure you jump in.
I didn't say anything that one rant. The taxes.
Make sure you jump in on this one.
I will.
This is a Breitbart post waiting to happen.
Driver says you don't pay out millions for allegations.
Yes, you do.
God damn, is that it's the truth.
Yeah, but the Jesus Juice thing was no big deal.
Jesus Juice,
and kids drinking wine. That's
And these weren't
I took a sip from my
allegations.
uncle's beer when I was young.
Dude, these aren't allegations.
Jim
These were
Norton.
facts.
Sorry.
Don't ruin our Breitbart rant.
I just want to get my
for your fun.
I'm not good
Because I know there's a Breitbart run we're having.
Let's
right
listen
now.
to more race-baiting
All right.
hatred from Reverend Al Sharpton.
Gary, Indiana, to be able to grab the world's attention, and then y'all try to denigrate him rather than
No, he
say
did
to
that
other
himself,
young
you
black
idiot.
males, look at what you can do if you really build and
Become
believe in your
president,
talent."
not
I'm
be
not
a
gonna let them do that. This
alleged
man,
pedophile.
You can't make them billions and then act like Michael was some nut. Nuts don't do this.
Yes, they do.
They do. This guy, this is keeping it real.
Is he
Nuts
delusional?
don't do this. Most artists are
nuts.
fucking out of their minds. Out of their minds.
Nuts don't make you money? What an asshole.
He is a joke. Reverend Al is a joke. He doesn't know what to do. He's grabbing at straws here.
How could he possibly be so stupid as to believe that nuts don't generate a lot of revenue? It's just
they do.
Idiotic.
People love a good kook.
Of course they do.
Jesus.
Does this guy understand? I'm so close to feeling sorry for him. If I didn't have detest him so much, he's grabbing at straws because he's losing his power base, and I think Barack Obama has a lot to do with that. Because he's talking about Michael Jackson growing up in Gary, Indiana, being an inspiration to black people. No. People didn't look at Michael Jackson, especially at the ass end of his career. They looked early on during Thriller and said, like, wow, that would be cool to be like this guy. Look at him dancing. I bet the girls are digging him. And then you found out what a nut this guy was.
And let's not forget that Obama distanced himself from this whole Michael Jackson thing. He had a very lame, generic statement about the loss of Michael Jackson
because
he doesn't want to be anywhere near this fucking freak
With
show.
that? He's in
Reverend
Russia,
Al.
the whitest place on earth.
Yeah, he's in Russia for the memorial.
Yeah,
of course.
So I just wanted to thank you for keeping Michael Jackson.
Oh, now he gets.
Here we go. Now the kiss ass callers.
So I just wanted to thank you for keeping Michael Jackson's legacy alive, and all of the positive things that you're bringing to the forefront. I'm an 80s baby, so I grew up with Michael Jackson, and I was thinking to myself, even Christmas, we had him in our lives because, Christmas wasn't complete until after I heard, I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus, and so, he is truly.
I saw Mommy getting punched in the face by Santa Claus.
Yeah.
I saw Santa Claus pummeling Mommy, LaToya, Tito, and me.
Right, exactly. I'm sure Michael Jackson really loved singing Christmas songs.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Nothing but Bing Crosby in my house.
That's it.
And that other one. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Who was that again?
No singing during the Breed Bar. Right?
Andy Williams? Oh, yeah, sorry.
Is Derek on the phones, by the way?
Jim Norton!
Why?
Intern.
Oh, I was just wondering who was typing.
Why?
Is everything spelled?
Hypocrite and Shyster. I don't know.
Oh, Shyster?
Yeah, Shyster.
That's supposed to be Shyster.
I have no idea. I just thought it was Derek because I like making fun of Derek because he spells almost as bad as I do.
Derek is as simply as dumb as they come.
Is it true that Reverend Al avoids paying taxes by running for the presidency every 4 years? Is that possible? Can you do that?
Is that what you do?
Because if that's a loophole, we all should
Then
jump in on that one.
I'm in.
Right.
Oh.
This year we got 16 million candidates for the presidency of the United States of America.
And we're broke.
Another caller to the Reverend Al's Keeping It Real show.
Keeping It
And I also would like to send a condolences out to the Jackson family and to Mr. Joe Jackson.
Why? They don't
Without
care.
Mr. Joe Jackson, there would have been no Michael Jackson.
That's right. Without his without his beatings and awful fathering.
And balls and semen. Good
Yeah.
point.
You know,
Without his cum. Without his cum inside of that woman's pussy, there would have been no Michael Jackson, as is the case with every other Homo sapien. We understand that Joe Jackson's cum-filled big heavy balls were a part of the equation.
I think the world would have got by without a Michael Jackson. Somebody else would have been there to take the place of a Michael Jackson.
Yes.
And then maybe Michael Jackson. Wow, you almost sound like Reverend Al. And then maybe Michael Jackson would have had a chance at a real life.
Yeah.
And a chance to be a real human being.
That's right.
Instead of his father beating the shit out of him, beating the talent right into him.
Old finny thin face.
And the fact that Joe Jackson took the opportunity hours after his son died to plug a new record label that he was putting out just shows to give your condolences to a family that shows no sorrow.
And have a publicist give you your statement that you need to read about your own son.
That it's more important to parade his body around and put on these big shows instead of just having a private funeral for your son. You're giving this guy your condolences? Stop it. The whole family is freakish. Freakish.
Except the mother. You never heard anything weird about the mom.
And Tito.
Probably because if she perked up, Old Joe would step in.
Gotta love Joe.
Oh, who doesn't love old Joe?
It's not like he beat them into being the Partridge Family.
No.
He beat them into being the Jackson 5. That guy's got good aim.
Bruises on their body. They look like the Partridge Family bus. Okay, it wasn't that good.
Not bad, though. Bruises do get colorful.
Yes, they do.
See?
Dada's got a tinkle. I'll be back.
Oh, go
I
make
do. I
wheelies.
gotta
Dude,
piss.
this is a Breitbart rant. You can't leave during a Breitbart
Jim
rant.
Norton.
Jimmy's got to make his wee-wees.
And just
It's got like a little hummingbird bladder.
I gotta pee.
silence for a second.
Jim Norton.
Okay, they could edit that out.
They don't. They won't.
Enjoy your leak.
Oh.
Caller, Joe Jackson, great dad.
And I also would like to send a condolences out to the Jackson family and to Mr. Joe Jackson. Without Mr. Joe Jackson, there would have been no Michael Jackson. He had discipline with his family. The man worked 2 jobs. He did an excellent job in raising his sons
Really?
and daughters. God bless.
I don't look at that as an excellent job
That-
raising a kid.
Revisionist history right there. It's documented in books that guy was not your run-of-the-mill great dad as far as just growing up and maybe playing catch with your boy or something like that. Wow, man.
We'll never get along.
Not with the likes of Reverend Al out there. That's for sure. He infuriates people. It's his job. That's what keeps it. If there's a little infuriation meter, when it goes in the red zone, money pours into his lap.
Want to take a quick break and we'll continue with the Reverend Al thing?
Yeah, let's do that. So
All right,
Jimmy
try
can
to
get
make it
back from
quick, all
Wee-wees.
right?
Yeah.
We don't want him missing the Breitbart rant.
All right, make it quick.
We
Let's
call
go
this
right.
the Breitbart
Let's
rant.
go right to break.
Right to break. Fucking, it's amazing. Where are we? Doing the show still? All right, we can do that.
Apparently.
Reverend Al. All right. Well, let's get right back into the Reverend Al thing. Keeping it real with Reverend Al Sharpton and his radio show. Are you keeping it real? Are you?
Yeah.
Well, he gets a religious caller.
Okay.
This should be fun.
As we continue to lift up the legacy of Michael Jackson, remind us all that what I found most interesting just the other day is that the young people who accused him, they morally acquitted him the other day when they began to share the stories about the fact that they made up some of what was said in the court systems and the charges. These young people are now stepping forward and saying that they want to let this man rest in peace. And I think that as the media continues to make attacks, they seem to forget that these young people are already saying that they made these things up. He was legally acquitted before, but he has been morally acquitted by these children themselves. And I think that's important for us to continue to remember as we talk about all the things that we're discussing, that he both was legally acquitted and now
we got it.
morally acquitted. And what mistakes he made and choices he made are his alone. And we have to remember Matthew 25. He will stand with God alone that day. And hopefully, as Paul said, his grace will be sufficient even for Michael. But right now, it's a time to honor his life.
And I will rise up against thee with
and to the
great
world.
vengeance and furious
All right,
anger.
Let's take a break.
Wow, Reverend Al, you added a lot there.
Yeah.
TMZ is reporting that the mayor of Los Angeles is asking for money from Jackson fans to help pay for the $4 million cost of the memorial and funeral.
Why are they doing a four? By the way,
no wonder California's fucking
these
broke.
fucking
Thank you, John
assholes in
Field.
California can't even refund taxes. Don't people have to get fucking IOUs? And they're wasting $4 million on a memorial for this asshole?
Yep.
There you go.
Are they out of their fucking minds?
Brilliant, isn't it?
Am I wrong? Is that what's happening? Are they really wasting $4 million taxpayer dollars on a memorial for a dead guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For Michael Jackson, though, Jimmy. So, it's important.
He's an
we
icon.
really need it.
80s pop icon, Jimmy.
Is he? So go on YouTube and watch fucking Billie Jean or watch Thriller and enjoy it or download his music. You're going to fuck up traffic. That is $4 million?
$4 million
for that
police overtime, security. It's amazing that this is happening in a broke-ass state like California.
I bet you that's a conservative number, too.
Yeah.
What a bunch of
Bet you it's a lot higher
assholes
than
we
that.
are.
I want to go home, so.
I'm ready to go home, too. That is going to annoy me all fucking day.
We got to do a little more for the people out there, but we got to get in front of our TVs by 11. I mean, this is good TV watching today.
Dude, they're giving IOUs out. They're broke.
Yeah.
All you do is hear about complaints about them being broke, and they're going to throw a $4 million fucking party for a coffin.
They should have told them, no,
No.
not here. We can't afford it.
Let the Jacksons fund it. They have more money than the state.
Yeah.
Getting back to that caller that was on the Reverend Al show.
Shit.
Blazing Barney writes, I would morally acquit anything for $15 million. Just saying.
Yeah, exactly. They were told to shut up.
God has a plan for MJ. To love aborted children.
Is that what he's going to be doing?
There's a greater purpose I feel that Michael has with the Almighty that we don't understand. See, we go by our own human instincts and human, but I think the word said, lean not to thine own understanding of why he takes the ones we love dearly. See, the Almighty is the one that ultimately will make the final.
Just
God
shut
doesn't
up.
need anything. Why would God need anything?
He could just make another Michael Jackson
if he needs
to
some,
have with him.
something to take care of this thing, he just creates that thing.
You mean the same guy that created space-time and black holes and quasars needs something that sings in falsetto? Shut up, lady.
God doesn't need anything. He's the only, quote, person that doesn't need anything.
Exactly. He's got all the videos of his God. He's got the whole fucking video library.
Yeah.
What the fuck would God need?
Snap his fingers. He's got it.
That he can't create himself.
Of course.
See, the Almighty is the one that ultimately will make the final statement on all of us. Am I right or wrong, Reverend? So what I'm saying is we must give the praise to the Almighty because I feel that he has a greater purpose for Michael in heaven. I think
too busy tweeting
look
there.
at the countless souls that really doesn't even make it through the way we come in naturally. They don't even get the opportunity of being presented that
This
way.
is real?
And all of those unwanted souls that were aborted, they're up there too. And I think he has a greater purpose for Michael to love not only those children that is gone
Holy
there, but
motherfucker. You're kidding me. Stop
went
this.
there
No.
and did not have a creation
No.
of in human
No.
form here. So there's
No.
a lot that we don't even understand. So we have got to understand only the Almighty knows his purpose for Michael, and he knows.
So Michael
he
is supposed to
the
talk to
one that
aborted
we cannot
fetuses?
That's his
question.
job. That's his
Why? To
greatest
say,
purpose.
hey, you look better than I do? You look healthier than I do?
He's also going to be up in heaven taking care of all the loads we left on our socks that were supposed to be babies. He's just going to be in a swamp of loads.
Michael's going to be talking to a bunch of cum in stomachs.
Right, just a swamp of loads he'll just be
How-
fucking bathing in.
First of all,
nurturing
how
and loving.
horrific would it be to just have these little aborted fetuses all around you? Frightening.
If God had that for you, wouldn't Michael Jackson be yelling and screaming, please let me go to hell?
Yeah. Go to hell.
Hell or looking at aborted fetuses for eternity? Go.
She actually said that God's purpose for Michael and taking him is to take care of aborted fetus children spirits.
And by the way, what's he going to do for them? Make them feel better that the one person who was supposed to love them had them sucked out with a vacuum cleaner? I'm so sorry that happened. You could have gotten 3 years older and I could have fucked you.
He's going to sleep with them and then pay them heaven money.
Yeah. He's like, what is heaven money?
And imagine you were the one that aborted the child, and then you finally die. You go to heaven, and you see your aborted fetus, and you go, awkward.
You ain't going to heaven.
Ooh,
No.
awkward.
Being bounced on his lap.
Awkward. Oh, I didn't know you were going to be here, too.
By that point, the kid would probably rather be with the mother that aborted it than Michael. Ow, my poopy hurts.
Caller, people who bring up his past will have to stand in judgment.
Yes, we are. We're standing and judging him. He was a douchebag.
Michael Jackson was a brilliant young man. He was so brilliant. I wonder if he even knew how brilliant he was.
Wow.
And for
If he was
those
brilliant,
who
you'd know that.
want
Yeah.
to go back and drudge up all the
Chicken
pain,
or an egg thing.
they have to stop and think, Reverend. They have a day that they have to stand in judgment. My heart goes out to his
Well,
mother.
you know what? That damn calling in sick. I'm going to tell God I have jury duty.
Exactly. I dare God to judge me.
Jury duty.
Sorry, God, but I had jury duty. Maybe
All
maybe
right.
if you take care of this jury duty crap, then I can stand in judgment.
You've got it.
My heart goes out to his mother and his family. But I pray that God will give Catherine strength, guidance, and I pray that the family will forgive those who choose to slander instead of uplift. Sometimes as we go along, we forget that when we point a finger at one person, we've got three pointing back at ourselves.
Adam in Brooklyn.
Oh.
Adam in Brooklyn just writes he could do the Thriller video with the fetuses.
How cool would that look?
That would rock.
Imagine little fetuses. They're doing the little dance. Oh, leaving little placenta trails when they moonwalk.
Oh yeah. Spread the word. This is the place to be. Live coverage for your Michael Jackson shit.
Lyrically, Michael Jackson was fucking childish.
Well, all the shows take
Lyrically.
weeks and weeks off. We will be live tomorrow with all the shit that happens at the Staples Center today. We'll be reacting and talking about it all morning tomorrow.
Yay.
Want one more Reverend Al clip before we go?
Please, I can't get enough of this.
Well, I wasn't going to play this one, but
Why?
we started the show with the Peter King clip. Peter King, excuse me, being very honest about this Michael Jackson coverage and how it's just a load of crap. We got young men and women fighting for this country, and they're coming back, and they don't get any attention.
No
and
coverage.
Blah, blah, blah. And there's much more important things. And basically call him a pedophile and a freak and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I think we applaud Peter King for having the balls to say that.
Yep.
It's us and Peter King, basically. Name somebody else that's going down this road.
Everybody else is just lapping ass.
And, Reverend Al responds to the comments made by Peter King.
Very irresponsible, ill-timed, insensitive,
opportunist.
I was thinking of I words because they like to do that.
Let's put the words together. Opportunist. Let's all throw a word that Reverend Al's going to say in there.
Outrage.
All right, outrage.
I'm saying outrage.
Ant goes outrage. You know what? See this $20?
Yeah.
He says outrage before opportunist. I will give you your 20 back.
Oh, damn.
I say insensitive.
Jimmy?
Insensitive.
Same deal with you. Here's your 20. He says insensitive, but for my
Before opportunist.
Sensitive.
All right. Outrage.
Jimmy. O-A. A's got outrage. O's got opportunist. J's got insensitive. Who's going to win?
Here it comes.
I think that the congressman wanted to get some publicity, and I'm not going to feed into it. Michael Jackson, name-calling Michael Jackson is at best irresponsible. And the world is paying attention to someone who helped to change the culture of the world. This man has the most high-selling record album in history. So if you've outsold everybody else in the history of the recording business, if you've literally transformed the music world, how can anyone in their right mind say we're paying too much attention to you when we bought more of your stuff than we bought anybody else? Isn't that a little strange to tell the millions of people that bought his stuff more than anybody else's, you're paying too much attention to what you already bought and shared for all your life? I think
Stop
the
laughing
congressman
like
needs
you're
to take
just...
a deep breath, have some coffee, because the world has already answered that criticism.
We all lose.
Sorry, guys. I keep the 20s.
He said out.
Yeah, I saw that. I got scared. I got scared. There you go. So please spread the word. Live programming tomorrow. I think the people really do need live programming. It's going to be a big day for radio tomorrow, and we're here for you. The workhorses.
Let's not be here for them now.
How great would that be? How fucking great would that be?
Yeah. No, we'll be here. We're gonna check out the coverage.
Yeah, absolutely.
And look at it with a truthful eye.
You're gonna watch, right, Ant?
Fuck yeah, yo.
All right,
good. We're gonna look at it with a truth, like keeping it real, like Reverend Al. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not gonna look at it from the point of view of a race-baiting douche like Reverend Al Sharpton.
And the weird thing is, for the people that really think they've gone overboard with the freak side of Michael Jackson, most of today's programming will be about the man, the myth, the legend.
Yes.
They're going to keep it very highbrow today. Of course. You know they are.
Yes, they are.
Look at all those people showing up.
Oh,
Wow,
my
L.A.
God.
just doesn't know how to think.
Oh, damn.
They are the stupidest city in America today. They did not have this thing figured out. There's going to be problems there.
They have
not
perimeter
major
set up.
problems. There will be problems, though.
They do have a perimeter set up. Michael Jackson, the Memorial. Not the Michael Jackson Memorial. It's Michael Jackson, the Memorial. All day today, special coverage, live CNN. Wow, yeah, that's terrible, Al.
We have another celebrity death. Does anyone know French tennis player Mathieu Montcourt?
Oh, my God.
Come on, let's not even delve into somebody like that with
All
the
right.
likes of who we've had die this.
Yeah, we're not even going to acknowledge that death. And Jimmy, your acting was horrible. For someone that,
I'm saving it all for the Brendan Fraser, Brooke Shields, Dick Van Dyke movie.
Fuck. When's that taping?
Van Dyke.
Or filming. I only know taping.
Yes.
You know filming.
Filming. It looks like
That's the difference between you and I.
last 2 weeks in July.
That's awesome. You know filming. I know taping.
You know, I might be able to. I wonder if I could broadcast live from in front of the Staples Center. I'm gonna have to give that a try.
You motherfucker.
I might be able to do that.
You better bring some of that shit with you tomorrow. Bring some of that shit with you tomorrow.
Can I whore this before we close out? I know we're just
Please,
gonna close.
whore. Oh no.
What? Ed?
I can't hear him. He's giving his information.
And I'll be appearing Friday and Saturday, July 17th and 18th at Zany's Comedy Club in Vernon Hills, Illinois. Thursday through Saturday. The Thursday's a 10 o'clock show in Atlanta, by the way, because they fucked up. So July 23 through 25, Atlanta Punchline. And Friday, July 31st, Saturday, August 1st, by Buddy Rich Francesi Club, the Manhattan Comedy Club in Middletown, New York, 845-346-4242. It's a very small club.
Middletown.
I'm doing this because I love Rich, and I heard the club is phenomenal.
And it's not in Manhattan.
No, it's in upstate. It's
I know. Let's sit.
Middletown, New York.
Let's sit down, Rich, and explain that. It might confuse people.
Rich is a fool.
He really is.
He's a fool.
I hear it's a great
Comedy
club,
Club.
but how do you have a Manhattan club in Middletown, New York, and
Yes.
expect people to show up?
He's a fool who runs a good club.
There you go.
845-346-4242. That's ha.
Of course it is.
All right, we really got to go. We got to get in front of TVs. Guys,
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
thank you for the support. We appreciate it. Spread the word. We will be here live. I think tomorrow's a big day for radio
Yeah.
in general.
Thank
Thank you.